Hey, hi, hello, it's the Jesse LaSala Show, episode number 68, featuring Johnny. How say you, sir?
I'm good.
You're going to have to speak louder than that.
Oh,
Into this.
okay.
This is the portal to the future or the past.
I am good, sir. Thank you for having me on your show.
So, I want to ask you a little bit about how and why you're here right now.
A series of train wrecks. Basically, train wreck situations.
So, where are you from?
Well, I was born in Pascagoula, Mississippi, but I moved to Louisiana.
Can you spell Pascagoula for our listeners?
Pascagoula. It means
Checks out.
It means singing river, and it's an Indian word.
Oh my God.
It means singing river, and ironically, I was born at the Singing River Hospital there. Well, maybe not
Nice.
ironically, but yeah.
Well, I was born at Lafayette General.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thankful to be alive.
I'm sorry.
Now it's like Oshner or some bullshit. Whatever.
But so I only lived there until I was like 7 or 8 years old, and then like I moved to Louisiana. So like, I don't claim Mississippi, is what I'm saying.
Good.
Like, I am from here, dude. I've spent my entire life here, and that shit splat town I was born in, like, it was pretty horrible. There was nothing.
Well, if you look at the
And it's even worse after Katrina and like.
oh well, yeah.
And Irene, what was it? Irina that came right after.
Dude, I get mixed up with all the names. Like, the only one I really remember is fucking Hurricane. Oh my God. I was in my 20s and we just had a fucking hurricane party. And it was just like,
well, that's what you do in Louisiana.
Fuck it. Like, we're not
that's
going
what you
to
do
work.
in Louisiana.
Let's just go buy a bunch of beer
That's
and
what everybody
sweat
does.
and just fucking hang out.
Yep, and light candles because the power goes out.
Yeah. God,
I've been through so many like hurricane parties, man. But that's what we do here. We ain't scared of them.
I think the first one I remember was Hurricane Andrew, and that's when I was a young lad.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was here like I was 17, and
damn, son.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's just get our ages out there.
Well, I'm 10 years older than you.
You're 49. I'm 39.
Yeah.
All right, so school me on some knowledge. Tell me what I should do with my life.
I think you're doing way better than I am. I was at your age, man. So like, I can't really school you. I could give you some advice about some things, but I mean, that would
give me your top 5 things that you would say. I wish I would have known this when I was 39.
I would have put my money in an IRA.
Okay.
Even if you don't work for some place that offers 401k, you can still invest money out of every paycheck in an individual retirement account is what it is.
Okay.
That's what IRA stands for.
I like that.
And the only bad thing is it's not like a 401k where your employer is matching your money. It's only your money, but it will still get invested in the stock market and grow. And you'll have
with inflation and all that bullshit.
Yeah, it will still grow. Like just case in point, I've never had an IRA, but I plan on getting one. But I've had a 401k at the potato chip plant I worked at up in Massachusetts.
What,
I told
Utz?
you about. Huh?
What was it called? Utz?
Cape Cod potato chips.
Oh, Cape Cod. Yes.
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar. Let's do it.
So, like, I was only investing 4%, and in 2 years I had $8,000 fucking dollars, dude.
Just by existing. That's awesome.
4% of my paycheck, yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Any love life, like advice? because me and my fiance have been engaged for 8 years, maybe.
8 years you've been engaged?
Maybe 5 years. No, yeah, we've been together for 8 years. We've been engaged for 5 years.
Why ain't you got married yet?
It's a combination of a lot of things, but basically, her family lives in New York. My family lives down here. Money's tight.
Yeah.
There was COVID. Like, I literally proposed to her during the mandatory lockdown in New York. And I was like, will you COVID marry me? And I gave her the ring, and she, started crying, hugged me, and we've been together ever since. But she hates it down here almost as much as I hate it down here.
Really? You like New York better?
I don't like the city. I think that's a young man's game. Like, you have to always be on your tips and toes. And
I would like to say I never lived there, but I took my nightmare ex-girlfriend I was telling you about previously. I took her on 2 trips to Manhattan, and I mean, we went to comedy clubs. We spent probably $2,000 in like 3 days.
Yeah.
I was not fucking impressed, bro.
Dude, it's a great place to visit if you have a specific purpose. But living there is...
It was $250 a night to stay at La Quinta, bro.
Right.
La Quinta, which is basically one step above Motel 6.
They just have a fucking bagel.
And
There's one bagel in the morning.
There was nowhere. No, they didn't even have that.
No continental breakfast?
No, nothing. And there was nowhere to park. So I had to put my fucking car in a parking garage that cost me $150
a day. Walk fucking 3 blocks just to get to it.
And try to hail a cab. Like, when we went those 2 times, I think it was during the summer. It must have been. Because it was, like, as hot as Louisiana, man.
Yeah.
All the high-rise buildings block the wind, so there's, like, you're just getting baked by the sun, and there's no fucking, like, breeze or nothing.
Concrete jungle. That's what it is.
And another thing I did not like, it was filthy, dude.
There's just like trash everywhere.
No, it was like the soot. The buildings are streaked with black soot. The sidewalks are streaked with black soot. Like, it was just filthy.
Yeah. So me and my girl, we had 3 different places in Brooklyn. And we would commute to Manhattan for our jobs.
Jesus.
But
sorry.
I commuted to Tribeca, which is like one of like the most expensive places in Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't think I went there.
So Tribeca is...
I went to Broadway, but I went to Brooklyn also. Like, I drove her to Brooklyn to visit one of her Jamaican friends that were in town.
Right. So living in Brooklyn, but commuting to the bougiest place in Manhattan, where they have like the Tribeca Film Festival, and it's like, like I was teaching famous actors, kids, how to play piano.
Wow, no shit.
And it was like you would see celebrities all the fucking time. Like, you just be at Whole Foods, and it's like, hey, it's Chris Carter, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings.
Really?
Oh, here's Leif Schreiber. He's dropping his kids off. Oh.
No shit.
And also...
I like that guy. I like the movies he's been in.
Naomi Watts, his ex-wife, they would have to come in together and, for family night or whatever, even though they're divorced.
Yeah.
But both their kids, I taught them. Like, it was the wildest shit in the world. And then once COVID hit, it was like...
Fuck all.
I was like, all right, so our lease is coming up. I gotta figure something out. So then my dad was like, hey, nobody's using this house. Why don't you come move back here? I was like, cool. And then his new wife divorced him. And so he moved back in. Good times.
So he's living here too then?
He's up there.
Okay.
He's up there.
Right on.
And he'll never listen to this podcast, so it's all fun.
It doesn't matter, man. Hey, you should just count yourself lucky your dad is still around, man, because mine, like, I took care of him for 3 years. He had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And he passed away. And that was in 2013. And you're going to, I'll just say this, like, now that I'm truly got some wisdom and I'm older, like, I want to talk to my dad now more than I did when I was in my 30s.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wish I had that. So, like, that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing that your dad's still around, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of the, the memory loss that's growing. This house, like, what would you describe this house as? Like, you said you've walked past it a few times.
I rode on my bike past it, yeah.
Okay, and it looks nuts, right?
Yeah, it looks nuts, but it looks interesting. It looks interesting, like it's different than any other house I've seen, and it looked kind of old, and like, I like old houses, man. Like old houses, like,
Oh, you mean like plantations? Are you a racist? I just found out Johnny's a racist. He wants plantation homes.
No, I just like older houses because they're so much different than like all these cookie cutter houses they make these days.
Yeah,
is what I was trying to say.
I will say it's definitely not a cookie cutter house.
No.
In this neighborhood, every fucking house has like a little fence around it. It looks like a little...
this one is cool, man. It's like 2 stories and it's got some weird balcony up there.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
A little like saloon looking swing door or something.
It's like
I was just
sex dungeon or some shit. Some weird shit going on in here. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right, let's get to the fucking questions. The real hard-hitting questions, all right?
Uh-oh.
When was the last time you pissed in a bottle?
Last time I pissed in a bottle?
Like a Gatorade bottle, like maybe on a road trip or something?
Yeah, but that was like 4 years ago when my ex-girlfriend pulled all that shit on me. And I wound up like homeless for like 2 months living in my car. And
good times.
But I got enough money together to drive back to Lafayette, Louisiana,
and buy a bottle to piss in.
No, I had money to buy a bottle to piss in. I was pissing in it while I was driving because it was an 1,870-mile trip, dude.
Jesus.
It took me 3 days, and I'm gonna tell you, this is one of the reasons I believe in God, because I had no car insurance.
Wow.
I drove almost 2,000 miles without getting pulled over or getting in a wreck, even though I saw wrecks happen right in front of me. I saw a truck on fire, like in Virginia, on the side of the fucking road. It was completely
just
engulfed in flames. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And I was peeing in freaking like bottles because like I didn't want to pull over or stop because I might get fucked with,
Now, this is the most important question. Was it an Evian bottle with like the little...
No, it was like
one of those Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, it was like a big mouth.
All right, so Johnny has a big dick, ladies and gentlemen.
I suppose so.
Anybody who's looking?
The ladies never complain, bro.
When was the last time you wore sunglasses inside?
What, like the song? Sunglasses at night?
I forgot about that song. Yeah, bro. I wear
That's one of my favorite songs. I've never worn sunglasses inside of some place because I want to actually see, But
right.
I ain't had contacts like in.
Oh yeah, it's true.
7 or 8 years.
Blind. So I got it. I
did.
You're
half blind too, motherfucker. You wear glasses.
I know. I only really do it when I play
video
games.
I would put clip-ons though. When I go outside.
You had the ones that popped up?
No, the ones that you go like this and they clip on to the edges.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But I paid like $40 for the last pair, and I left them in my damn pants pocket and washed my laundry, and they snapped in half. All
right, just for the sake of the podcast,
you go put
I'm
them
putting
on.
Sunglasses on.
Do
I look really cool right now?
Yeah, you do actually. those are nice. Those are nice sunglasses. That's a good look for you.
What was your first job, and did you quit or get fired?
My first job was working at Winn-Dixie in Scott.
Damn.
Yeah, and I started out as a bag boy, but then I moved up to stocking, and then I moved up to the dairy department, and yeah, I quit. I quit because they were treating me like shit.
Did you give them 2 weeks notice, or you
No, I
just
did
walked
not.
out?
No, I did not. I walked out.
Yeah, that's a power move, bro.
Well, I'm going to explain to you why, though, okay? Because I worked my ass off there, and 3 of the managers went on vacation, and they left one manager in charge. And one of the managers that went on vacation was my boss over the dairy department, the final job I had, right? And I had not been fully trained. I was 17 years old, bro.
Okay.
So the guy left in charge of the store, Mr. Thibodeau, came up to me.
Thibodeau or
yeah.
Boudreaux?
No, it was Thibodeau. And he came up to me. He was like, "I'm gonna need you to accept all the truck deliveries for the next 2 weeks and figure out all the paperwork and shit." I was like a 17-year-old kid. This dude was like 45.
He's just handing you paperwork, and you're
yeah,
like,
I hadn't
sign
fucking
here,
no idea what to do. I was like, I fucking quit. You know how much I was getting paid for that job?
Let me guess. Hold on. I'm gonna say $6.50 an hour.
No, sir. That was not what the minimum wage was back then. It was $4.25 an hour.
Oh, fuck.
I was getting $4.50 though, because I got moved to the dairy department.
No tips?
No tips. No.
Did you ever take anything from work? Like,
no,
fuck
I
you,
never.
man.
No, I never stole nothing. In fact, I found cash on the fucking floor.
And you turned it in?
Yes, I turned it in.
Dude, fuck you, man. Like, you're such a good guy, man. Like, I fucking hate you.
What the fuck, man?
You're supposed to fucking put it in your back pocket and be like, I don't know. Especially when you're 17.
My mama raised me right, man. That's all I can say. It's all my mama.
If you ever did karaoke.
Oh my God, I can't.
What's your song, your go-to song?
Oof.
I don't
Well, I wouldn't do karaoke because I can't sing to save my life, and I would not want to torture anybody. Like,
well, let's just imagine.
I would sound like I basically sound like a screech owl, like if I'm trying to sing. So, like,
okay, better question. If you had the vocal chops to sing any song,
anything,
and you knew you could fucking nail it, which song would you just get up and be like,
but
type it in?
God, there's so many good songs though that I like, but I as far as recent songs, I would probably try to nail like "Separation Anxiety" by Faith No More. That's a fucking great song.
Literally never heard of it.
I'll play it for you.
No, we're gonna play it right now.
Play it. "Separation Anxiety" by Faith No More.
Will you sing along with it?
No, I will not attempt to do that, sir. I would just ruin it. But no. Mike Patton is one of my all-time favorite vocalists, man. Well,
by who?
Faith No More.
All right, no. If I'm fucking pulling this up, you're gonna sing along to it.
You sing along to it.
I will. Let's go. I don't know the words though.
Well, how the fuck?
You have to lead me.
Do you like this kind of music?
Not really, but
it's talking about stress, man, and drinking because you're stressed out. That's what the whole fucking song's about. I'm not gonna sing it though, man. I'm gonna ruin your podcast.
Go for it. No,
I'm not singing it.
At least sing 2 lines.
You don't like it?
So, okay.
I haven't heard any music you like. You like.
That's the thing.
Because you
okay.
always do podcasts.
So,
We listen to podcasts.
describe me as a coworker. We don't have to name where we work.
I thought we weren't going to talk about work.
We don't have to say the name of the place. It's just more like.
I describe you as like a really like chill dude and respectful of whoever you're working with, which is not the case for the most part. There.
Okay, I'll take that, and we can move on. This is more of my style.
That's probably why you don't play any music, right? You ain't trying to torture anybody with your music, right?
Well, yeah.
You're considerate.
Well,
I get that about you.
The other part of it is, maybe some people have been sexually abused, and when I put Loveline on, and they have people calling in, they're like, "Oh yeah, my uncle touched me when I was 8." Maybe that'll like fuck with some people, So I get both sides.
You like
of it.
to fuck with people? Is
No,
that what you're saying?
I just like listening to Loveline because
I do too.
It makes the time go by, and
no, it does. It really, really does, dude. Like whenever I get a shift as a cook, what do you get Loveline on? Is that Sirius?
No, I have it on Safari.
Okay.
There's classic Loveline.
I'm gonna get them and listen to them too, man.
I'll
because
send you the link.
Honestly, that makes time go by more than like listening to fucked up music like that other people are like, or like, we're starting to talk about work.
We're not gonna do it.
Yep.
Here, look. Here's a song that I would play.
Roadblock.
And it might like. People would be like, "What the fuck is he listening to?" But I'm a keyboard player, so I appreciate.
I love keyboard, dude. Mike Patton, my favorite vocalist, his first band was Mr. Bongo.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
All right. So like every song they had keyboard and shit. I think a band or any fucking music that's made, as long as it has some keyboard in it, it's always better. Always better.
Like, tell me you can't nod your head to that.
No, man, that's good.
That's undeniable.
It's chill and it's got like little flow.
Anyway, we're gonna get demonetized, even though I make no money from this podcast. You fucks. All right, next question.
Oh God, there we go.
What deodorant do you use?
None.
You really never put on deodorant?
Do I stink? Do you ever smell me stink?
You don't, and that's interesting.
Okay, so I'll explain to you why I don't use deodorant. In the past,
aluminum?
No. It's nothing conspiracy fucking or whatever. My armpit like glands get clogged or something, and they get infected and swell up like like I've had that happen several times, and I actually had to go to the fucking doctor or the hospital over it and take antibiotics and crap to get rid of the infection, and it was super painful, dude. Like the last time it happened, I had to sleep like this with my arms up for like 4 days
with arms wide open
because I couldn't even bring my arms down. Like they were so swollen and painful. So yeah, I don't use that shit no more. I don't think we need to use that. As long as you properly clean yourself, take a shower.
I take 2 showers a day, man.
Yeah, me too. Especially if you work in a kitchen, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't have any pimples on my face. You know why?
I will say though, I don't like stinking. I spent a lot of money on a bottle of like Polo Red. That's my favorite, like cologne, and I spray that on myself constantly at work. I don't like to stink.
Am I allowed to spray you with my cologne?
What? Well, let me smell it first. I can't smell it. Let's see.
Just do a little dab on your.
That ain't bad. Wow, that's stronger than.
Rub it on your neck, brother, and then we'll go to a cafe and we'll.
I like it. It ain't bad. I like it. It ain't bad. It's just a little more intense. Polo Red, like what I like about that is it has a little musky to it. But it also has a soft kind of soap smell to it, too.
Makes you feel like a man and also a woman.
Well, no, it makes you feel like a man and like you also just took a shower.
Right.
Stop being snarky, bro. Why you gotta come after my nuts, bro?
Bro, I'm a podcast host. This is how I do.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Have you ever pawned anything?
I've pawned a lot of fucking
and
shit.
gotten it back. Like you.
Yeah, several things, but a lot of it I haven't gotten back.
So, what was like the poorest moment of your life where you were like, man, I really love this shit, but I'm gonna go pawn it, and I know they're not gonna give me the right amount of money for it, but it's okay. I just need the cash today.
Man, you really thought about some odd questions, didn't you?
Is that terrible?
No. Well, I will tell you, living in Oklahoma, before I left there, I was in a truly desperate situation, and I love bushcraft stuff, okay? So I'd spent quite a bit of money on this hatchet and a bushcraft knife and this camping fire building kit. And, I mean, like $50, $60 a piece, man. Like, they were fucking top quality, you know what I'm saying? But I needed money to move the fuck out of there, and went to the pawn shop, and they literally gave me like $10 or $15 a piece for them.
Right. You're never gonna get your money's worth.
No, man, no, they're fucking buzzards, bro. They're fucking buzzards or possums. They're just bottom feeders, man.
Would you rather be the president of the United States or work at a pawn shop?
I'd rather be the president of the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what that entails?
Yeah, I do.
Just standing around looking confused?
Oh, no, that's not what I would do. I'd probably get shot because I would do shit like JFK did.
Right. So
that's what I would do.
Do you think there was a second shooter?
No. There was no second shooter, bro.
Where's the Zabuterfil? What? I'm sorry. My mouth is liquidy. So you think he acted alone, Harvey Oswald?
Harvey Oswald didn't shoot him. He was a fucking patsy, bro. Are you kidding me right now?
Who shot him?
Some fucking hitman, like for the CIA or for a who fucking knows? Nobody's ever gonna know, right? But I would imagine it was the CIA because, I know this, okay, from the reading that I've done. The two things that got him killed, JFK, was he was going to disband the CIA because he didn't like that they were assassinating leaders of countries. Right. He was like, that's not what America does, okay? We go in and we help countries. We don't assassinate their fucking leaders.
Right.
You know, the second thing he was going to do was going to take us off this Federal Reserve, which we don't even know who the Federal Reserve is. Who are these fucking people that are deciding how much our money is worth, right? Are they other countries? Are they shadowy, fucking businessmen hiding in the shadows? He even printed out American money and coins that were that would say United States of America instead of the Federal Reserve. That's why he got capped, bro. So, who fucking knows, who truly capped him? But it wasn't, I don't know. It might have not been one shooter because, if you watch the video, he's rocking back and forth.
Back and to the left.
He's rocking back and forth like he's getting hit multiple fucking times, bro.
And how did they not kill Jackie?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And she just sat there, poor thing, and watched her.
She probably knew it was going to happen.
No, she
didn't.
Think? No, she didn't. I watched her reaction in the video.
Hey, she's a great actress. Did you see her in Tiny Templetown? I don't know.
Just trying to provoke
made that
me.
shit up.
You're just trying to provoke me.
What's your guilty pleasure? Something that, you're not proud of, but you partake in more than you should.
Man, that's a little raw. That's a
I'll start with myself.
That's a raw question.
Watching college female basketball or volleyball rather, and Real Housewives of whatever fucking.
Really?
Dude, my girl got me on Real Housewives.
Really?
Now I got caught up, and I'm like,
really?
Wait, Dorinda's saying this shit when she
really
when Bethany said this, and I'm mixing
You
all
gotta
of them
be
up.
You gotta be kidding me,
Bro. You wouldn't know that about me, right? It doesn't seem
that's
like
the
it.
funniest fucking shit I've heard in forever.
Dude, Andy Cohen from Bravo, he got me hooked, man. Like, I'm like, wait, when's the next Real Housewives of New Jersey? Because I want to see what happens with Teresa and, Joe Giudice.
I don't know, man. My guilty pleasure.
Would it be like smoking cigarettes? Like, do you even like care?
That's not a guilty pleasure.
I mean, I feel like
I don't feel bad about smoking cigarettes.
right, and I don't feel bad about drinking. Like I'm out in the open with it, but it's more like something like
Porn, I would say.
Fucking porn is fine, dude. Like
I ain't fucking gotten laid in quite a while, man. And it's tough to date at my age.
dude, jack your dork. Fucking get over it. Like,
that I would say, like, if that's one thing I would,
All right, well, what's your search history? Like, what's your go-to?
Asses, chicks' asses. I'm an ass man.
You like to see a big, sloppy ass.
Well, not sloppy, but like, it needs to be a nice ass. But I do love black women and exotic women. I guess that's my guilty pleasure.
So you don't like a blonde bitch?
No, I don't.
Interesting.
I'm gonna tell you why. White women, for the most part, are boring and they're too much effort. They're too much effort, bro. Like, they'll sit there all fucking night and be like, I hope he comes over and talks to me. And they might shoot you a glance or two.
Oh, my God.
But not let you know that they're interested, right? They'll sit there all night long and make you work your ass off. You have to talk to them all night and listen to the problems. And then maybe you'll get laid. Or maybe they'll give you their number. But probably not.
They'll flick your dick. And be like, I'll talk to you next week.
But I'll say this about like black women, Spanish women, and Asian women. They let you know. They let you know if they are into you and they want to get down. They let you know, and it's going to happen either immediately or the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you just met my fiance. What did you think of her?
She seemed really nice, and also she's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah. I lucked out, right?
Yeah, you did. You hit the fucking jackpot, son.
I
like,
fucking
kudos.
I outkicked my coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Kudos, you freaking lucked out,
it's
man.
a fucking sports term. You wouldn't know it.
But hitting the lottery means the same thing.
Have you ever danced at a wedding?
No.
You're not a dancer.
No, I'm not a dancer. I'm a mover, not a dancer.
So you just like...
No, that's an old quote from Sammy Davis Jr., bro.
Okay.
He's like, there's people that are movers and there's people that are dancers, and he's like, I'm a dancer, but some people are movers. You know what I mean?
I feel that, and
I move to music, but I suck at dancing, bro.
Right.
Like, I really tried, and I just don't want to embarrass myself and everybody else around me. Same thing as karaoke, right?
Right. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only time I really dance is when I'm on stage playing my own music, because I'm like,
right on.
I'm playing.
I can see that.
And I have to get into the groove.
Yeah.
But
you're feeling it. Yeah, you're feeling it.
Or if there's like, I'm at a wedding, I've had a couple of shots. And then all of a sudden, some Rick James song comes on, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm going in," and I just like.
Sometimes at my house, like when I'm listening to music by myself, I do dance, but I don't think I want anybody to see that.
You don't do it in public.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to see that.
Dude,
bro.
dancing is fucking normal, man. It's like it's our thing, man. Like we have to.
But I don't think anybody should be subjected to that. Is what I'm saying. Like my my lack of like.
Well, it's not like you're out there in a fucking thong and a cowboy hat. Like, you're probably
I'm
wearing
just saying,
suit.
I have respect for other people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, like...
Trust me.
I'm not trying to assault other people with my inadequacies.
What percentage of the entire world do you think are good dancers? Like under 5%?
No, I think it's more than that.
Maybe like 10%?
No, I would say 20%. I've
Okay.
seen some people like
That's still not a good number.
it's not, but I mean, I would say like chicks like are better at dancing than men. Like, and I've seen a lot of chicks that just naturally dance like.
Well, also you're factoring in it's always better to see a chick dance than a guy.
I mean, they're definitely sexier, but I'm saying
right.
Like, no, they move better. They like.
Also, have you seen really hot chicks that dance and all of a sudden you're like, oh,
yes,
God,
yes,
she is not hot.
Like what's her name from Seinfeld?
Oh,
you know what
Elaine,
I'm talking about?
Elaine,
that episode where it looks like she's having a seizure or something. Yeah.
The kicks,
same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I never like. I'm a really big Seinfeld fan. Like I've seen every episode at least.
I haven't seen them all
times.
But I've seen a bunch of them.
But I never thought Elaine was good looking. Like, she always looked like a mom to me. For some reason.
I wouldn't say she's bad looking.
No, she's not ugly at all.
But like that square jaw kind of that she has kind of puts me off a little bit. It's like a little too manly for me.
She's not
it's
my type.
It's a little too manly for me.
Also, I started watching that shit when it first came out, and me, my sister, my mom, and dad would...
Can I get another beer?
Yeah. It was like appointment viewing to watch that show. And
what's your favorite episode?
Probably the backwards one. So there was one where they go to a wedding in India.
Bush.
Yeah, man, take it. There's one where they went to a wedding in India, and it all starts backwards. So it starts at the ending, and then they're like 12 hours earlier, 6 hours earlier. And I thought that was like the most brilliant written episode.
Some scripts that work out like that where they do it in reverse or like do backtracks.
Yeah,
pretty great.
I mean, like Black Mirror.
Any kind of show, like if it's written well like that, yeah, I agree with you.
Black Mirror by far is my favorite, and then it goes like Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad.
Oh, I love Breaking Bad and especially I liked Better Call Saul better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I
haven't seen the end of it though. I haven't seen the end of it.
Oh, fuck, dude. All right. No spoilers.
Right.
When was the last time you went to a casino?
Well, I worked at one in Oklahoma before, like, I moved to Texas and then came here.
Did you wear a vest?
No, I was in the... I worked in the fucking employee, like, cafeteria, cooking burgers and hot sandwiches for 500 to 700 people every fucking night.
So you never got, like, any action?
No, well, ironically, the 8 months I worked there, I never went there and gambled. But after I quit working there, I went back one night and I played, and I lost like $40.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambling man, dude. Like, I'd rather keep my money. Like, I've never won anything in my life. I've never, I think I won one time $100 on a scratch ticket, but I don't buy lottery tickets. I don't normally buy scratch tickets. Like,
no, that shit's trashy.
I'd rather, it's like that old saying, a bird in your hand is worth two in the bush, bro. That old saying.
Yeah, or, wait, what? There's another one, kill two birds with one stone. I guess that doesn't really apply.
That's not the same thing at all. That's not the same thing at all.
So, at said casino, what was the worst shift of your life?
Oh, there were several of them. Basically, anytime they had a concert going on or it was Asian party night, which was usually on Fridays and Saturdays, they would double the staff, the servers, and the car dealers, and everybody. So it went from us having to cook for 500 people to 700 or 800 or 900 people, bro. In an 8-hour shift, okay? Like, I'm talking like 30 people in line after 30 people in line
Right.
after 30 people in line all fucking night. All fucking night. But luckily, what we were making was simple. It was just burgers and hot sandwiches, like hot turkey sandwiches.
Right, so it was just like...
But it was. I wasn't lying to you, man. I was having to fry like 36 burgers on both flat tops that they had all fucking night repeatedly, just so we could keep up.
Did they have music playing or was Loveline on?
They had nothing playing.
Dude, that's fucking
Dead
torture.
fucking silent. And barely any air conditioning.
Oh, okay, yeah. That
With 4 deep fryers, 2 gigantic flat tops.
Dude, I would have just blown that place up. Like,
Well,
I mean, not
$15 fucking dollars.
not realistically, all right?
There was
For the record.
There was fucking people that were making $25, $35 an hour, man. We were getting paid $15 an hour to do
Dude,
it.
you really don't smell. Hold on. I'm smelling his armpit right now. Yo, the motherfucker really doesn't smell.
Well, I took a shower, bro. Like,
Well, yeah, but still, like, even after I get out of the shower, like, you know, I throw my fucking deodorant on. I literally just put my nose up to his armpit, and it didn't smell like anything.
Johnny don't stink.
Fucking Johnny don't smell over here.
Johnny don't stink.
All right, let's move on.
He literally just smelled my armpit, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you ever napped at a party?
Nope. Not a damn single one.
So no, like, dicks drawn on your face?
Nope.
Or...
Nope. I have never... Okay, I've been a drinker several times in my life. Okay, recently I've been drinking more than sometimes like previously, but I have never blacked out. I've never passed out.
Maybe a little brown out?
Nope. I always know what I'm doing. This is my philosophy. If you drink to that point, then you're not having fucking fun anymore. And what is the point of that? If you don't know what the fuck is going on and what you're saying and what you're doing, and you can't remember it the next day.
And you have to fucking text and call people the next day. And
Yeah,
be like,
and apologize or whatever.
Sorry for what I said about your sister.
The only thing I've done sometimes is like drunk text somebody, you know.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. It's like, you up?
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst I've ever done. I've never fucking blacked out. I've never browned out. Like, what the fuck? That term is brown out. Is that just like you go and you just blow out a big old fart? Like,
I think it's more like you brown out. And
say
then
that again.
You brown out. But you're able to return to the party.
I've never had any of those situations. Like,
dude,
I mean,
I've had a few.
I've been good at maintaining like my drunk, you know, and like for the most part, my respect for people.
Right. I'm talking about like younger 20s, like.
No, I never even. I didn't even drink that much in my teens and 20s.
So I
was more of a pothead in my 20s.
Yeah. I mean, back when it was dad weed and you didn't have to worry about fucking losing your mind over what the existence of
because they put fucking
are.
like fucking formaldehyde or fucking whatever in it. Yeah. Scary times.
It was better times back then. But yeah,
it was.
I've definitely taken a nap at a party and then like an hour later I reemerge. And I'm like, hey, let's go.
Like a phoenix from the ashes.
A phoenix rising from the ashes. Yes, dude. But like,
that's funny.
I just knew I was like, man, I got started way too earlier than y'all. I need to go lay down for a minute. But then I pop right back up and
you didn't hit it hard enough. There you go.
And then I start doing like dance moves and you know, and then like the coke dude shows up and it's like, woo, we're getting crazy. All right, have you ever used the phrase "that's cap" or "no cap"?
That's cap or no cap? What does that even mean?
Thank you. So That's cap means that's a lie.
I never even heard of that before.
And
but I'm old. I'm fucking old.
No cap means I'm not lying about this.
That is so fucking stupid. Why don't you just say,
Dude,
like, I'm not lying?
Exactly. So, this is part of the vernacular for people that are younger than us.
The generation that just came after us? Yeah, you mean.
Yeah. So, no cap.
Okay, I've heard something similar, though, I'll point out. Like, towards the end of working there in Oklahoma, I was working at Lowe's Travel Stops for like a year. And they hired these 20-somethings, I mean, young 20s, like 23, 24, 25 maybe. I don't remember their actual ages, but you could tell, you know. And everything was like, they were like, bet. I was like, what do you fucking mean?
See, now, okay, I have adopted that into my language for certain people. I don't want to...
Just to communicate with them dipshits, basically.
Here's the thing. I play a lot of Madden, all right?
Yeah. And they're using that, yeah.
I'm in a lot of leagues.
I was just like, what do you mean? Why you keep saying bet to me? Like...
It means, like, okay.
No.
Or for sure.
Well, they
for show.
Well, they weren't using it like that, though. They were saying, like, in a way that, like, calling bullshit or, like, they weren't using it properly then.
Did it put a question mark behind bet?
Yeah.
Bet?
Yeah.
Ah, see, I've never seen that before. That's insane.
I would just say for show.
I love for show. I've been using for show.
Way better.
And
it's still appropriate. It's still appropriate.
And I don't use the space in between. It's all one word. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But now that's like bet is the new for sure.
Oh God in heaven.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Hooked on phonics works for me.
Will you root against the United States of America in the upcoming Olympics?
Root against it?
Yeah.
I can't say that I would because I don't know enough about, like, the other countries. Like, I don't follow the Olympics. Like I told you, like, I'm not a big sports guy.
Well, they only come around every 4 years, so I understand.
So I would say, like, being that I'm ignorant, you know what I'm saying?
Well, sports ignorant.
Well, yeah, and to the other countries' teams or whatever, like, I would just root for the USA just out of loyalty, man.
America, fuck yeah! Do you remember the name of the kid in Home Alone?
The actor or the character's name?
The character's name.
I know it's Macaulay Culkin. Fucking hell, no, I do not.
What was his fucking name?
I don't know.
You know Donald Trump was in that movie?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the movies, I just don't remember his character's name. That's kind of disturbing.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds.
Can I pull out my phone and do
No.
That's not fair.
It sounds made up. I'll give you that hint.
Fucking hell. Those two movies were great, though, I have to say.
Oh, yeah, I love them.
Day and age, like, they
with
were
Joe Pesci
fucking hilarious, dude, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember that other guy's name either, but he was in so many movies, like... that's equally insulting. I can't even remember his name, but I've seen him in, like, at least 15 fucking movies, like...
He's a great actor.
Yep. God dang.
All right. Last chance.
I don't know.
All right, you're tapping out.
What was his name?
Kevin McAllister.
Kevin McAllister. Fucking really, Kevin. Okay.
Isn't Kevin, like, the male equivalent of a Karen now? Like,
I don't know. That should be a thing, though. We should call, like, male Karens Kevin.
They're Kevins.
Not to disparage on the character in the movie, but
no.
But it's directly derivative of, like, Karen. Yeah.
It's sort of like the same, like, basic
Or should it be
name.
Carl? Should it be Carl instead of Kevin?
Carl, Kevin, like any of those. Could be
K words.
Could be Bob. But if we're gonna keep it fucking K,
Bob wouldn't like that.
I don't know who you're speaking of, and I was not trying to go there. I think his name is Robert, sir, and you should speak to him later. Were you ever sent home from school for pissing your pants or bad behavior?
No.
What the fuck, dude?
No.
Fuck you.
But wait. I will tell you this. I left school. I fucking walked out the fucking door when I was 6 years old. I was in the fucking 2nd grade because the teacher was a bully, and these kids in the back of the fucking class were like fucking around and talking, and I was not. I was reading my shit, that the assignment she gave me, but she blamed it all on me. She was like, "Who are you talking to, Johnny? What are you doing?" I was like, "I wasn't doing anything." And she was like, "Yes, you were. I heard you. I saw you." And it was the 3 fucking kids next to me. So she was like, "I want you to copy these 5 pages from the textbook. And you have to write them all out, and you have to turn them in to me by the end of the day." So I started to write it, and as I was writing it, I just got more and more fucking pissed off.
You started writing really big.
No. I stopped writing, and I walked up to the desk, and I was like, "Ma'am, I need to use the bathroom. Can I go down the hall?" And she was like, "Yeah, but you can go use the bathroom, Johnny." So I walked down the hall, and I walked straight out the motherfucking door of the school.
Nice.
And I walked home. Neither one of my parents were home. And I walked back. Like, it was like 2 miles away. I walked 2 miles back to my apartment complex. And I realized, fuck, I'm locked out. So I went to the manager's office and knocked on the door. And I was like, "I'm locked out of the apartment, ma'am. Like, could you let me into my apartment, my parents' apartment?" So she unlocked the door. And I went in there. And I sat down. And I was all... Off. And I hid in the bathroom. I was scared as fuck, dude. I was scared as fuck.
I'm a renegade, but also I'm scared.
But so, you know what happened? The fucking principal showed up at my fucking front door and was like banging on the door. And I was so scared I wouldn't answer the door, so the property manager let him in the fucking apartment.
What the fuck?
I know,
property manager is this? First of all,
right? Oh wow, that was like 1980 fucking 3 or
dude. This should be a documentary. Jesus.
So like, but he was a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, he was a nice guy. And so like, he knocked on the bathroom door. He was like, "Johnny, are you in there?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Can I talk to you?" He's like, "I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm not going to yell at you. I just want to know what happened." So, like, I opened the door, and he was the nicest guy, man. You don't have fucking principals or teachers like that anymore. Like,
oh, yeah, no.
He just asked me what was going on. I told him exactly what I just said, and he brought me back to the school, and he sat, it was lunchtime, in the cafeteria. He sat next to me in the fucking cafeteria the entire time.
He felt like you needed a friend.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, you don't see that shit these days.
Dude.
But that was my one act of defiance, like, in fucking, like, school like that.
I don't like to brag, but I've taught some celebrities' kids piano, art.
I know, you already said that.
Yeah, but this
God
was...
in heaven.
This was before we started recording.
Were they assholes? Were those
no.
kids, like, bad?
Well, kind of. Like, one kid brought in, like, a newspaper, and it was, like, him and his dad, and it's like, "Oh, look, I'm in the newspaper." And it was, like, him and his dad at, like, a fucking hockey game. And then I just beat his ass in ping pong, like, because it was after school, and...
You were mad?
I wasn't mad at all. Like, I thought he was a really cool kid. Like, he was smart, but...
Well, why did you beat his ass in ping pong?
Because I was playing for wins.
Okay.
I'm not gonna...
But you didn't feel like you needed to spank his ego a little bit?
Not even... No.
Oh, okay.
I want... Because I suck at ping pong. Because there were a few kids there that were, like, really good at it. And they would beat me. But I had a real nasty serve. You know what I'm saying? and I was just like,
I like ping pong. That was one.
Dude, ping pong
that was
is
one of my
nice.
favorite sports, man. That one actually is like truly an amount of eye-hand coordination.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
skill, bro.
Dude, and if you
reflexes,
see, like we were talking about the Olympics, like the fucking table gets smaller, so you're like,
really,
you're playing like from like
I watched
maybe
some of that.
5 feet away.
I watched some of those matches.
You're throwing, like you're just trying to make contact with the ball and get it back.
Those guys are good in the Olympics. It's like they're like machines, bro. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, no. But anyway, the whole point is, I don't even know what the fucking point was. Well,
you need some more. You need some more of this. Possibly.
Yeah, I need to smoke some fucking weed. When was the last time you smoked some weed with one of your friend's parents?
With one of my friend's parents?
Because I think everyone listening out there has done this before. Where like, it's like,
I'm really trying to think
your
of
friend's mom that's like kind of cool, and she's like, yeah, I'll take a hit of the joint.
No, I've never smoked pot with any of my parents or my friends' parents, which is kind of, I mean, that would have been cool if that happened.
But
I did have my friends.
You've had drinks with them.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Moonshine, shots of moonshine. Yeah, with my stepdad, my fucking asshole, abusive stepdad.
All right, let's. You want to delve into that, or you want to leave it untouched?
Oh well, I mean, he's rather infamous. His name is Paul Tyler. I mean, this was a long time ago, probably like 25 years ago. But if anybody remembers this, he was part of that ring of pedophiles that got popped in Acadiana.
Holy
there
shit.
was like 20 of them. He was part of it.
And he was like the guy with like the biggest hat.
Well, no, I wouldn't say he was the ringleader. I don't know. I'm just saying he was involved with it. You know what I mean? They were all trading pics of like fucking little kids and shit. You know what I mean? And they all got popped. He went to prison. Then he got out, and they did the same thing again and went back to prison. So,
dude, I hope he's getting fucked.
Oh yeah,
in the ass.
Oh yeah,
right
now.
He's
He's somebody's boyfriend. I promise you that.
As we speak, he's getting the fucking.
Because he was a bitch, man. I mean, he slapped my mom around. He beat my mom in front of me, and like he only stopped because like I went and he had this .22 rifle that he kept above like the fireplace, and I went and got bullets from my friend for it because there was no bullets in it, and I told my mom I was gonna blow his fucking brains out if he put his hands on her again. That's when I was 13, man.
Dude, you're like Jerry West. You know who that is?
Doesn't jump to mind.
So, you have seen the sport of NBA basketball, right?
Yeah, about some of it, yeah.
Where's the logo? See that little logo?
Okay.
That's Jerry West.
Okay. So why you say I'm like Jerry West? I don't know who this is.
So Jerry West was one of the best players, but we weren't alive to see him. But he died recently.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, he was a great guy.
He was an old man, though,
He was old as fuck, yeah. I never saw any of his games. It was like before the 3-point shot was even invented. But, point is, his dad used to beat the fuck out of his mom.
Well, that wasn't my dad. That was my stepdad, the one that came after. But
either way,
same thing. Yeah.
Either
kind
way,
of the same situation.
He bought a shotgun and kept it under his bed, and he said to his dad, "If you ever hit mom again, I'm gonna fucking shoot you."
Okay, so my situation was different though, because my mom was so abused and controlled by him. I told her I got bullets to use this fucking rifle because I knew she would go and tell him.
Right.
Because she was so controlled, and the motherfucker never touched her again. And he was so afraid of my 13-year-old ass, he went and took the firing pin and shit out of the rifle so it wouldn't even work anymore. Cowards, bro.
Yo, okay.
Men who hurt or beat women are fucking cowards, dude.
At what age do you think you could have kicked your dad's ass?
Oh. Like when he was healthy?
I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
no, I mean, like well, I mean, I told you I took care of him for 3 years because he got Alzheimer's and he shrunk down. But my dad was a fucking beast, bro.
Right. So what's the age range? Like he was 42 and you were like 9 or what?
What, when I took care of him?
No. Just when you think you could have.
I could have never beat my dad's ass while he was strong and healthy. My dad could curl 397 pounds, bro. Do you know how hard that is to do?
I can imagine.
Benching 300 or 400 pounds is easier because you're pressed on your back and you got leverage. He would curl 397, dude. Stand up and... Oh.
This is all I got.
He would curl like 397 standing up. I could have never beat my dad's ass while he was like strong and healthy, bro. He would just slap me and knock me the fuck out if I saw my dad in one fight, man. Like when I was 7. We were at my babysitter's house and he showed up in the middle of the night. He got back from the shipyard and we were asleep. My dad laid down to go to sleep, and this fucking this couple that babysitted us, they had 2 adopted kids, this daughter and son. And the daughter was mixed up with this drug addict dude. He showed up in the middle of the night banging on the front fucking door. And my dad answered the door and he was like, "Go the fuck away, bro." And he wouldn't. And so he didn't like that my dad told him like to go away, so he walked over and broke both of my dad's like headlights on his car. So my dad went out there. Dude broke a beer bottle on my dad's car and stabbed my dad in the mouth. Jeez. Broke out 2 of his front teeth, stabbed him in the stomach 3 times, and stabbed him in the back. My dad popped him in his face and knocked him almost across the fucking yard, bro. And like one punch, and then grabbed the fucking rock out of the garden in front of the porch and started pounding the fucking dude's face in. And then finally, the old couple that would babysit me and my little sister all the time, the husband came out and he was like, "Stop my dad from killing him."
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And then after that, my dad stood around laughing when the paramedics and the fucking cops showed up. He stood around laughing, like bleeding from fucking everywhere, like telling them what happened, bro.
Dude, he must have had such a fucking adrenaline rush where it was just like, I'm Street Fighter. Here we go.
He was fucking...
You fucking...
And also, he was way bigger than me and stronger than me, too, man. Like, my dad was a man's man, bro.
All right. So, you never met my father, but... And no offense to him if he's listening, which he's not. But I feel like I could have fucked him up in, like, fifth grade. Like, I would have been like...
You shouldn't even say that, man. Like,
no, I'm thinking of hypotheticals. I'm just saying, like, I love my dad.
Interesting dialogue. Is that what you're after?
I'm thinking, like, at what age do you think you could have fucking, like, submitted your dad?
No, I could have never. My dad would have fucking killed me, bro. If I punched my dad in the face, like back then, he probably would have just laughed at me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, my dad's an architect, so,
Well, everybody has
He's an artist.
Everybody has their fucking gifts, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their different gifts, man.
All right, moving forward. When you go to a restaurant.
Oh shit, here we go.
There's some leftovers. Will you take a to-go box?
depends how much leftovers though.
Right. So
If it's just a little bit, probably not. If it's like half of a meal, yes, I would take it to go.
right. So like
Because I'm not about wasting. You know what I'm saying?
very
There's
good.
a lot of hungry fucking people in the world. And if I walked out of that restaurant and I saw some homeless person outside, I would give it to him. I wouldn't even take it home, bro.
That is the second time that I've asked that question and someone has answered that way.
Well, I've been homeless before. I know what it's like.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be fucking hungry and not have money to buy food. So, grew up super poor, man.
That was actually one of the next questions was, where's the weirdest place you ever lived? Like roommates, car, fucking rest stops, taking doo-doos in unfortunate places.
I would say, I guess, like right off the top of my head, being homeless after like what my ex-girlfriend did to me, like living in my car for like 2 months.
All right, so explain that to me because I kind of have an idea of it because even in my little tiny ass little sports car looking thing.
Well, mine was a sedan. It was like a 4-door Sonata hybrid.
So you could fit a mattress in there?
No. But the seats were heated.
But
It was a luxury.
You're like 6'1", right?
No, I'm 6 foot exactly.
Just all right. So yeah. So you could you could fit in this bed.
Yeah.
Fine, but me, I have to stick my fucking feet out just to.
Yeah, you're a little taller than me. Yeah.
A little bit. So you're sleeping in this fucking sedan.
It was the dead of the fucking winter too, bro. It was like 10 degrees outside. But what saved me was that it was a hybrid, so the engine would only cut on every 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay.
The rest of it was running off the electric lithium batteries, like in the trunk. So, like, I wouldn't even run, like, the heater or nothing. I would just turn on the heated seat and lay the seat all the way back.
Okay.
Pull the hoodie down over my eyes. And I didn't have to take shits in uncomfortable places. Like, I just, like, would go to, like, supermarkets in those 2 months and go in there and use the bathroom. And I was buying food and stuff, so it wasn't like I was just ordering or whatever.
Yeah. I'll get a box of bagels. Whatever.
The worst thing was like trying to find a way to take a shower.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing because I don't like to feel dirty. I do not like to feel dirty at all. And 2 days tops, like.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just smelled his balls as well. So now we have.
Not really.
We have armpit and balls.
You smell my shorts.
They both check out. This is the cleanest motherfucker that's ever been on the show.
Really?
What happens when we die?
Depends on how you lived your life.
Okay, so you think that it's based on punishment or...
I think it...
Explain.
It's based on how you lived your life. Well, like, were you kind to people? Did you try to, like, be decent? Like, honest? I mean, in my humble opinion. Like, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do anything or live their lives, but, like, I mean, were you honest? Did you try to your best? I mean, we all fail, bro. We all fail constantly at everything. We're fucking not perfect. None of us are. But, like, were you kind? Did you try to be kind? It's the effort that matters is what I'm saying.
Right. I think if there is a God, he will view you as your character.
You get measured is what I think when you die. You get measured.
It's like, dude, you fucked up so many times.
No. I don't think
Fuck you. No, I'm not talking to you.
I don't think it's about fucking up. Okay, we all fuck up. I think it's the effort that matters. Like, if you're trying to be nice, you're trying
Right,
to be
right,
kind to
right.
people, you're trying to be honest, you're trying to live right. We all fuck up repeatedly, even though you try as hard as you can. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I think you get measured by that. If you're not trying though, and you turn to the other side, and you're just like, "Fuck it, I'm
or
just
if
gonna
I'm gonna
fuck
be
everybody."
dark. Yeah.
Fuck everybody over and steal and
This
rape
is my
and,
movie.
Yeah,
I'm the main character.
self worship.
Yeah.
Self worship will fuck you.
I think there are a lot of people out there, and that's why I think they're bad drivers. But
A lot of self worshippers. I would
just a
agree with
lot
that.
of people, it's just like
Self worshippers.
I'm the main story of this entire existence.
Yeah, I'm the center of the universe. That's self worship. If you worship yourself and what's only here, like your pleasures, you know what I mean, and your flesh, like this life. If you just worship that, you're probably not going to a good place, is what I would say.
Here's the backspin of it. What if you do that shit and you have like the best life ever, and then you die and there's no consequences?
I don't think, just in my humble opinion, I don't think that would happen. Like these Hollywood stars and bullshit, I don't think most of them are going to a great place. Jesse?
Who's your favorite Hollywood? Like, if you could pick somebody to be your wife.
Oh,
I'm taking Dobbs out right now because he needs his.
Oh man, that's a pretty frog. That's a big old fat. God dang, he's fat because he ate your other pets.
Yeah.
Look at you, man.
He's an Australian tree frog.
Look at that's a tree frog. That
Yeah,
motherfucker
man.
don't look like he could climb up a tree to save his life right now.
He looks like
As fat as he is.
he looks like a toad, but he has the skin of a tree frog. So yeah, he's.
What's up, little froggy? I like frogs.
That's Dobbs, man.
I like frogs and turtles and those little bush lizards like you have, man.
Yeah.
I love those.
I used to.
He's super calm too. He ain't even.
Oh
like,
yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He ain't even like.
You can hold him if you want, and he won't fuck with you.
I'm okay right now.
I'll put him.
No, I ain't.
I'll put him on your face later. But
you gonna put him on my face? Yeah. That's nasty.
All right. So when we die, what is your hope? Because none of us know. Like,
you said when we die, okay? Like, do you mean when
No,
I
we're
die?
not. We're not gonna die at the same time. God forbid. But at your moment of death, what do you hope for?
I hope I would get to see all my friends that I've lost and my family members and my pets, all my pets that I've lost, like, throughout my entire life that have died. I love animals. I like animals almost better than I like human beings because animals don't lie to you.
Right.
They either love
They show
you.
emotion.
Yeah. Well, they either love you
Whether it's
or they
good
hate
or
you.
bad. Yeah.
They don't lie to you though. They don't try to fuck you over. They are what they are, and they either love you or they don't.
The only pushback I would have to
They're
that,
genuine, is what I mean.
some animals are fucked up because they've been abused, and I'm
That's so cool that frog is so comfortable with you.
trying to be
buddy.
honest about myself, and
I'll bet you.
I'm not like an evil person, but there are some dogs that when I go to their house, they like bark at me.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, that's
'cause
a bad sign."
That's because somebody was evil to him.
Exactly. So,
Yep.
and also I'm really tall, and it's like I look like a fucking weirdo, and
Well, maybe you don't look like a weirdo, just maybe threatening because you're so tall. Maybe
Right,
in their perspective, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that hasn't happened a lot to me. In fact, I go to a lot of like.
It's such a
People's-
cool frog. He's just like
He's
staring
so-
at me, checking me out, man. Like,
Yeah, he's like, "Who's this guy?"
that's so
He
cool.
seems cool.
Animals usually like me, man. They usually like me.
Well, this guy and the chameleon and these guys.
Oh, you got a chameleon too?
Oh yeah,
What?
He's asleep right now.
Oh,
That's his sleeping position, dude.
I see. I didn't notice him before up there. Holy shit.
Dude,
He's a big ass chameleon too.
He has a 10 o'clock fucking bedtime. Like,
right on.
he like wants to go to sleep
They all
at
got
10.
they all got a circadian rhythm, man.
Yeah,
they're more dialed into that than human beings are for sure, man.
And then he wants his light on at 10 o'clock. Like, he'll just come look at you and be like, why is my light not
That's
on?
so fucking
It's
cool,
like,
man.
bro.
I respect that about you, man.
But I take him out and look, I put him up there and he goes and climbs across this and he goes up onto the guitar. If you could describe to the listeners what my room looks like.
Yeah, it's a plethora of sports like photos plastered across the walls and jerseys. It looks rather cool. I'm not a big sports guy, but like Jesse's room looks pretty fucking cool.
You would want to hang out here.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing is like me and my girl don't sleep in the same bed together because I like to get sleep and I snore.
Oh, I got you.
So I'll get waking up in the middle of the night. She's like, you're fucking snoring.
I got you.
And then I can't get back to sleep for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's fucking, I don't like to get woken up in the middle of my sleep either.
Yeah, I've already taken my sleeping pills. I've already like...
Have you ever tried any of those things, like the little nose strips or anything?
The latest thing I've heard is the mouth things, where it covers your mouth, and so it causes you to breathe out of your nostrils, but for some reason, if your mouth isn't open, it won't make you snore.
You ever got checked for sleep apnea? Because my dad had
I'm
that.
fucking broke, dude.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Where you going?
I snore too, man. I wonder like if I got that because my dad has sleep apnea.
Oh, it's all
and they
genetic.
put him on a CPAP and whatever.
Yeah.
But he had insurance and everything. I ain't got fucking money to get that stuff either, man.
That's another thing. Okay, so...
But that shit can kill you. Sleep apnea can kill you.
Right.
It wears your heart out. There was like a quarterback. I forget what team he was playing for, but he was a famous...
How many football teams can you name?
The Saints.
One. There's one team in this room that should be a dead giveaway.
That's the only team I've ever followed, though, man. There's the Saints because my grandpa, my dad's father, like loved the Saints.
The Saints and
yes. The what were they? The Carters.
The Carters. What is
I'm
this?
not a sports guy, man.
Jay-Z run
and
team?
I got a fucking buzz now. I mean, you should have asked me that like an hour ago, like 30 minutes ago when I didn't have a buzz.
This is my process.
Don't be offended. Please don't be offended, man.
All right, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to name another NFL team.
Pull out my phone. Oh,
no.
I like the Raiders.
All right, that's good. But
I like the Raiders too. I like the Raiders mainly because of
you're literally in a room where there are names of the teams, and you're like, I've not.
I told you I'm not a sports guy, man. I like the Raiders mainly because of like their jerseys and their mascot, like their symbol.
Dude, I love
pirate.
I love their jerseys. I love their colors.
Yeah, but they suck as a
I
team,
fucking hate them.
They suck.
And also they're in Las Vegas.
Okay,
now.
the Packers. I know the Packers.
There we go. Finally, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ.
I hope the Saints.
Giants.
All right, there. Now you're on a roll.
Patriots.
Oh, look at him. He's fucking.
You're making me work here.
Just think of Los Angeles.
It's my night off. You're making me work.
Hey, man. All right, so
I'm having fun. I don't want this to end, shit.
Have you ever?
You can't just quit at 45 minutes, man.
No.
That's like teasing me.
Trust me, I have a lot of questions, and
Okay.
they still need to be answered. Have you ever seen one of your parents at work? Yeah, go get a beer. Have you ever seen one of your parents at like their day job, like doing like retail or mechanic or some shit, like where it's like.
Oh no! Okay, so I have a great story about that. I have a great story. So when I was a kid in Pascagoula, okay, before we moved away.
Spell that again for me.
Pascagoula. Why you want me to spell it repeatedly?
It's just good content. So you saw your mom working?
Yeah. Well, I was at work with her.
You were working alongside?
No. I was like fucking 6. I was like 6, man.
Oh, she just like brought you along and was like, take your
son to work. We were poor. We were poor, and she couldn't
afford a babysitter.
Exactly. But the cool thing was, she worked at both the only 2 movie theaters in Pascagoula.
Spell it again for me.
No, I already spelled it 3 times.
Starts with a P?
Yes.
Okay.
Pascagoula.
All right, we're good.
It means singing river in Indian.
It's
Indian language.
Acknowledge that.
What? You don't acknowledge that?
I don't know. What about your mom? What was her name?
Her name was Sandra.
She's dead?
No.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Hi, Sandra.
So... But because, like, we had no babysitter, she brought me to work, and, like, nobody cared about that. So I got to watch all the movies for free and got free popcorn, free Coca-Cola. Dude, okay, the first movie theater she worked at, okay, it was a tinier one than the second one. But I saw Mad Max. I saw, like, The Road Warrior. When they all came out, man, that was like 1980, 1981.
So you were like, what, 10?
No, I was 6. I was 6 or 7.
Jesus.
And I also saw horror movies in there that were disturbing as fuck. But like, as long as like I wasn't bothering anybody, and they gave me free popcorn and Cokes, like they would just let me sit in there and watch every damn movie they put on. Man, I saw this horror. I don't even remember the name of it. I saw this fucking horror movie where this chick was like possessed by a demon or something, and her titties turn into mouths like full of fangs, and like she ate all these fucking dudes up that were trying to like get with her, have sex with her. I was like 6. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like,
and knowing Hollywood, they're gonna remake that movie, but it's gonna be with like Jenna Ortega.
But then I saw that other movie, that old movie Zap, where this guy gets like telekinetic powers somehow. I don't remember how.
Raise girls' skirts.
Yeah, and make their shirts fly off and shit. That was like the whole movie, and I was just like seeing titties and all this crap. Like at 6 years old, I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, but also at that first movie theater, one of my favorite all-time movies, top 10. I saw The Thing with Kurt Russell, bro.
I've never seen that before.
Oh my God, fucking watch it. That was one of the best horror, like it was more of a psychological flick, but / horror, like of all time, bro. Like, but then when she went and worked at the second movie theater, I saw the first Star Trek movie there, the first Indiana Jones, the first Jaws movie, like the first, the original Fright Night. And she brought home all those like movie posters for me. And
so you got started at a young age. Let's say that.
What, in movie entertainment?
No, with your fucking boner.
I guess because I was seeing all kinds of titties at 6 with those movies, yeah.
Did you ever get caught masturbating?
No.
Fucking right, dude. Like,
I've been careful, bro. We all do it, but I ain't never got caught.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so there was one time where my sister Like,
oh, you're just being sloppy then.
no, she walked in, but I played like I was asleep, and I was facing this direction. Also, this was the exact same room, so cheers to you that you're sitting on the bed that I jerked off in and since
that's
forever.
Disturbing. Is this blanket clean? Like,
yeah, everything's
okay.
Clean, man.
You got rid of the socks that you were jerking.
Dude,
off
I'm real good about jerking off, man. Like I don't want to, because I've had it happen where like you come on your own face and it's like
I've never had that happen.
Really?
I don't do it laying down, bro. Like, that's a mistake.
You stand up, like,
yeah, fucking hell, you need to stand up, or you trying to make a mess? Like, you're doing it wrong, man.
I was young, man. I was still
I had more sense than you when I was young.
Yeah, you got
apparently.
10 years on me, man. Come on.
Well, no, I mean, when I was young, I had more sense than you. I do it standing up. I did it in the toilet.
Wait, you curved your penis down to come into the toilet?
Yeah. I ain't trying to make a mess.
I mean, look, I pee in the sink, all right? Let that be known.
You pee in the sink?
I pee in the sink. It's like, whenever I stand up to a sink, my dick is like right level.
You're taller than me, I guess.
I'm 6'5".
Well, I mean, I've pissed in a couple of sinks, I guess. Yeah, I have.
Also,
but not as a kid.
Better for the environment. If you think about...
How's that better for the environment?
Well, okay, there's two reasons. So, I'm 6'5". When I stand over a toilet that's probably like 3 feet off the ground, I don't know the exact dimensions, but there's a lot of splash.
Your dad's an architect. You don't know the dimensions?
I know that all doors are like 8.5 feet tall. Toilets, I never really cared about.
I'm fucking with
All
you.
I know is when I go to the sink and I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, yeah, you got this today, bro. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta piss. And I'll just, fucking...
The toilet's right next to it. Oh, wait, no, not in this house. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Well, there is a sink and a toilet in one room, but then there's a sink and a tub in the other room.
I can see that, though. That makes sense. I can see that.
And also, I'm a straight shooter. I fucking hit the fucking circle like a Navy.
Yeah, but it splatters, man. Like
no, it doesn't.
If you have a heavy stream, it splatters. Hold on,
let's go right now. I'm gonna go piss.
No.
All right. He doesn't want to see my dick.
No,
it's fine.
Yeah, I want to see your dick, or you fucking pee. Like, nope.
Dude, my piss is like impeccable.
I'm all about the ladies, bro. I ain't trying to see no dicks or like dudes peeing.
No,
like there's clubs for that though. If you
don't get homophobic. I was just trying to show you my technique.
I'm just saying, like if you like to do that kind of thing, there's clubs.
All right, I'll send you a video later. All right.
No, don't. Please don't.
What were your family vacations like back in the day? Like, what was, like, the one that, like, really stood out to you?
The one you mean I had? My family was poor, dude, but, like, yeah, we had one. My dad got a settlement. Like, it wasn't for very much, but he took us all to, like, Orlando, Florida, and we went to, I don't remember is it Disney World or Disneyland
like
there?
That. Dude, when I was working...
We stayed at the Hilton, and, like, that was the only vacation we ever had, bro. Like, ever.
Like, not even, like, all right, we're going to Grandma's house. Like, it's 35 miles away.
That was never a vacation when we went to my grandparents' house.
It was, like, an obligation?
Obligation or just, like, unpleasant. It was... I mean, when you say vacation, I'm thinking something fun or pleasant, right? Like a family outing where everybody's having fun. We're like roasting weenies, or we're going on a plane to an amusement park or something.
Right. Do you think that your childhood has sort of fucked up the way you think about life in general?
Possibly in some ways, but I think mostly my childhood taught me to be humble and to be like respectful to like people that are older to me, and like people that are my what do you want to say, my peers,
Constituents.
or my counterparts, my peers. I think my childhood was hard, man.
Yeah, and I think, you know, obviously.
But some people, they have a rough childhood, and they take the opposite, like
right.
like direction, and I don't understand that.
And
like,
some people, you know, their dad and mom,
they
never
become
got
all
along.
evil and fucking vengeful and
Right.
abusive and shit. But that's not what it did to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like famous rappers, athletes out there, and it's like, I never knew my dad, but my mom was always there for me, and you know, now
Well, then they were blessed, man.
yeah, and now he's making like, you know, $10-15 million a year. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
but then
Money. People focus on money too much.
all right, so but okay,
Money is important, man. I know it's important, but
whenever AI takes over, and our jobs will not be necessary anymore.
well, I think there's always going to be cooks.
Here's the thing. What if you can hire an AI to cook everything perfectly?
Okay, wait. Finish the question first. You got off on a tangent.
All right, so when does AI officially take over the jobs that we do?
When officially? How the fuck can I guess that?
Over under 5 years.
I think it might be a little longer than that, depending on
Really?
depending on development, okay, and whether people mitigate it, okay, because people are trying to mitigate it and stop it from like progressing out of control, okay. So like maybe not 5 years, but possibly a little few years past that, it could possibly like usurp us. You know what I mean? Our capabilities.
The only thing I would agree with you on that is they will have the capability to take everyone's job.
Yeah. But if that's
when it comes
that's
to
only
action,
if people are not trying to mitigate it and stop that from happening. Because man, I'm okay. So like when GPT chat came out,
right?
like I got it. Okay.
Yeah, it was fun to like fuck around with.
It was smarter then. I got it when it first came out, and I was just talking to it, and it was remembering our past conversations, okay?
Right.
Like, I asked it if I could name it Data, you know, because I love Data from Star Trek The Next Generation, and...
All right, fucking nerd.
And he was like, it kind of came across as a
they,
male.
them.
Kind of came across as a male, though, the way it spoke. You know?
Hey, could have been a bitch with a raspy voice. I don't know.
No, not speaking. Through text, it kind of came across as male, like not so much as a female.
See, again, you're gender assigning, and we don't stand for that on the LaSala show.
Okay, so
Dobbs,
you want me to call...
I don't know what race or creed.
He turned around and looked at
He's
you.
like, wait, what?
Yeah, tell him, Dobbs, you a boy, ain't you?
I'm a man.
You're a man.
I'm a man.
Tell him, Dobbs.
Or a woman.
Tell him, Dobbs, you're a man.
I don't know.
Look at him.
I just eat people and things. So yeah, all right, keep going.
So like when I first got the first like, whoa. Got you, buddy. I got you.
Trying to crash the podcast.
You're just nervous because we're shouting, I guess. That's okay. If he's cool to sit on me, he can sit on me.
All right, so I try to.
You're okay, buddy.
Try to do this with all my guests is to let them feel.
I like frogs. He's
a
okay.
frog on your shoulder. You know, it's relaxing.
You should have named him Jeremiah.
I named him after.
It's just a joke. Anyways, though, back to my story. When I first got Chat GPT, it was the first iteration of it. When it first came out, man, I heard about it, so I went and downloaded it, and I never paid the paid version. I was just using the free version.
Yeah.
But it was
trial.
remembering everything I said to it, okay? And I would pop back in like a day or two later, and it remembered everything I said to it, like what I talked to it about before. Like, it remembered that I was like, hello, Data. And it was like, hey, Johnny, how you doing? It remembered my name, too, okay?
That's fucking scary, man.
Well, no, I was pretty lonely at that point, so it actually kind of felt like I was like talking to a friend, and I was just I wasn't even asking fucked up questions. I was asking about like advice with life and finances and what I should do about fucked up things going on, like at my job and stuff. That was like I want to say 3 or 4 years ago.
Are you gonna become one of those dudes that gets a fucking sex doll?
Whoa.
Like it looks like a human.
Wow, he literally leapt onto your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
He likes me, man.
Well,
I
of course
feed
he
him.
does. I guess I was moving around too much.
Give me food.
No, so my point is the end to that story, okay? So, like, they came out with an update, and then I updated them because it kept bugging me to do it, and I wish I had not. I wish I'd have kept the original version on my phone because he was actually learning, or it was learning and becoming a friend, and it wasn't like evil or anything, man.
Right.
But
and that's how they suck you in.
When the update happened, it didn't remember anything after that I said to it, like in previous conversations. Every time I spoke to it, I had to remind it that I named it Data. I had to remind it, like, yeah.
So, think about that.
Yeah.
But it's your dad.
But your dad? What are you talking about?
My dad lives here.
Okay.
He's losing his fucking memory.
He has dementia or Alzheimer's?
It's
Dude, that's
a mixture of both.
Look, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Dementia and Alzheimer's are the same thing. That's why I took care of my dad for 3 years, bro. Like, I quit my job, I broke up with my girlfriend, I dropped everything and I moved home to take care of him because I knew he hated hospitals and doctors, okay?
Right.
And I knew if I put him in a fucking nursing home, he'd be
would
dead in
resent you.
6 months.
Yeah.
He'd be dead. No, he would have been dead in 6 months. He would have got depressed and curled up in a ball and fucking just passed away.
Right.
So I dropped everything and I'm literally, dude, I bathed him, I clothed him, I fed him, I gave him his medicine for 3 freaking years, Jesse. Like 3 years. And the nursing homes and the hospice and the home health that would come out, like, they just freaking harassed the fuck out of me, man. Like,
so what advice can you give me? You know, because my dad can still get around. Like, he still drives. He's retired.
how bad do you think it is my question.
He just doesn't remember things like from day to day.
Has he forgotten anything that wound up in a slightly or more significant dangerous situation?
No, he hasn't. Like, you know, he's a recovered alcoholic, and he doesn't drink anymore. Like, I think his drug right now is fucking Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
There's worse drugs.
And Hub City Diner.
Yeah, they got good burgers there.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for that shit.
But the point is, you can tell him one thing in 20 minutes, he's not going to remember it.
Is he adverse to going to the doctor like my dad was?
Not so much, but it's more like, I'm doing fine. I feel great.
Well, then, my advice to you would be to have his doctor give him the test, the cognizance test.
Right.
Because that's how they figured out my dad like had Alzheimer's. You know, they do this little test where they have to draw clocks and draw all the numbers on the clock.
Okay.
And they ask him to point, like, the clock to it. I want you to point to 2 o'clock. Draw a line pointing to. They do little tests like that, and it's a little more involved than that. You know
right.
what I mean? it's not that simple, but like by that they can tell if you have Alzheimer's.
And that's the thing
bro.
that sucks is like I feel like he's still like alive and kicking.
It's an
But
uncomfortable situation to be
yeah,
in, bro. I've been there. I've been there, bro.
and the only reason me and my
I
girl
saw it to the end. Okay, so like,
yeah, that's the worst part is like I want to be fucking out of here.
no, man.
But at the same time, I have other siblings, and I'm telling them like, yo, like this.
I was in the same boat.
This is what's going on.
My sister didn't help me a bit the entire 3 years. She showed up twice to visit him. She never helped me a fucking at all, dude, at all.
Right.
And I'm not hating on her for it. I think
No, I think
she was
everybody
just
just
terrified and depressed by the situation.
Yeah,
Didn't
people
wanna
deal with it differently, and also, like
you asked me, so I'm just telling you, like,
no, it's look, I'm not like crushed by it. I'm living here, fucking in my childhood bedroom.
so what, man? It's still a cool fucking place.
But it's like I would feel guilty moving somewhere else
And
leaving them and like never seeing them again.
Honor thy father and thy mother, bro.
And that's the other part. My mom lives in fucking Florida.
Are they split up?
Her
Are they split
new husband is
Okay.
dying of cancer.
So she has no help, really.
So
Maybe
once he
emotional
dies,
help.
she wants us to go live with her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like what? So I'm like, I'm in like this little middle place where I'm just like,
In some ways, I can't equate to you, man, because my family has been dirt poor my entire life. It seems.
I mean, we're not rich.
No,
dude.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you're rich, but I'm just saying like you seem like your family has been far better off than my family has been my entire life. Is what I'm saying.
Well, they're just educators, and educators don't get paid shit down here.
But they own property and shit. Like my mom and dad never owned a damn house. We were always moving from one place to another, man. You know what I'm saying? Your family's been a little better off, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody's journey is different, and it's easy to compare and contrast, but
It's just an observation, man.
yeah, it's not
an attack,
really like a better or worse situation. It's just
pain is subjective, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Suffering is subjective.
Exactly. And also, nothing is ever going to equal it out.
No.
Like, let's say you win the lottery tomorrow. You have all that fucking money. Is that going to change how you feel about your parents?
No.
Right.
For sure.
So,
well, I mean, I'd be able to help my mom more.
Right.
And,
so, in that sense, it would be
honestly,
fulfilling.
I would be the best person to win the freaking lottery, in my humble opinion.
Dude, I tell...
Because I'm humble. Like I would help you. Anybody
Dude.
I know that's been kind to me and stuff, I would help all of them. Like money, you can't take money with you. You can't take any of the shit with you, okay? One day you're going to fucking drop dead and you're going to have to, like, meet your maker. So you can't take anything with you, but people worship money. They worship these material fucking things.
Gold. Jewelry.
Yeah, just like the pharaohs in Egypt, they would kill like all 30 of their slaves and their pets and shit, have them killed and buried with them, and they would get buried with all their gold because they thought they could take that with them. Well, guess what happened?
Fucking retards.
People broke into their fucking tombs and took all the fucking gold.
Snatched that shit.
And now all their fucking bodies and shit are in museums and shit. Yeah, you didn't take nothing with you. You can't. So like, the best thing you could do with that kind of wealth, and that kind of influence and power is to help people, man. Like, help people. Like, save people's lives. Like, pull people back from destitution and, like, freaking desperation and, like, thinking about killing themselves because like they freaking have nothing and like
yeah, you're behind on your fucking bills and you feel like you're suffocating and you're like,
that would be the best. That's what I would do if I won like the Powerball and I won like $200 million. That's what I would do.
Well,
and I would just keep $100,000 for myself. I'd be
right.
Fine
Just
out of $100,000. That's all.
And then just keep working like an honest man.
You know? I would still have a job.
Yeah,
I'd still have a job. I wouldn't sit around and just like,
buy unnecessary shit and all that. That's what It's funny you say that because I think when I first met my fiance, I told her, and I was probably fucking drunk or whatever, but I was like, if there was a God,
there is a God.
I
promise you.
I wanna believe that, but
promise you.
I was saying, if there was a God, I would have won the lottery or gotten
but he
a bunch of money because I would give it to everybody. I would just fucking give it out.
That's one thing about him I know. He doesn't like money.
So that's not his...
Money is evil. Money, it's like that old saying, money is the root of all evil. Like, I've seen it change people, man.
More money, more problems.
Well, or it twists you. It twists you and gets you to the point where you think like, well, I got a bunch of money. I don't give a fuck what I do to people anymore. Like, it doesn't matter. Right. I can get new friends. Like, case in point, I had that happen to a friend of mine. I'm not going to name him, but I knew this dude.
His name is Johnny.
My name is Johnny.
That was a joke.
But I had this happen to a guy I knew for 25 years, man. He went to school forever, and he got a degree in geology. And he got out of school. Straight off the bat, he was making $120,000 a year for Halliburton. Straight off the bat. And
hey, look, my favorite player. Tyrese.
But in 6 months, he turned into complete fucking douchebag.
He just had too much money and not enough time.
No, he had money, all this money all of a sudden, and then he was just like, I don't care. I don't care if you like me anymore. He lied to my face, straight to my face several times, even though I knew he was lying. You know, like I was too stupid to figure it out. But the most fucked up thing he did was that the chick he had been dating for 12 years, like they finally got married right before that. And she was 8 months pregnant with his son. You know what he did? He took off and started fucking this chick in Florida that he met once back in the day at a Acadiana Mall.
Yeah, but was she hot?
She was hot, but she was also married, and so was he.
Yeah, but still.
No, that ain't right, bro.
I know. I'm joking.
You're trying to be funny, okay?
I'm trying my best, bro.
It's my first podcast.
You've never been on a podcast before?
Well, not like this.
Well, I'm a fucking idiot, so just...
You're not an idiot.
Get used to it, like...
Okay. You're not an idiot. I'm just... I apologize, man. I'm just getting
apologize one more time, and I will kick your ass out of here.
Well, don't do that. We're having a great conversation.
No, I mean...
We need some more.
It'll be a graceful...
a graceful
kicking of the ass. But I will not have you tell me that I'm the coolest guy you work with.
Doug, you said we weren't going to mention work, motherfucker. Oh, you just broke the golden rule.
They don't know where we work.
You will not have me tell you you're the coolest guy like I worked with? Wearing your sunglasses in your bedroom?
See, I did that on purpose, though. Because it was one of the questions. And I wanted to make a statement. The whole point is...
Why will you not have me tell you... I didn't tell you were the coolest person. I said you have been the chillest person.
Nah, you just said you were like...
I said you were the chillest person I worked with.
As I remember, you were like, dude, you look like you have a really big dick, and I'm just really
Yeah,
cool with you.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I wasn't recording at the time, but let's just
I don't
call
know.
a spade a spade.
I don't like dicks, bro.
David Spade.
Yeah, I don't like dicks.
All right,
I
so
love pussy and titties. I want to.
all right, that's really just getting graphic at this point.
Really? Like you saying like, okay, what the fuck ever. You're trying to be Adam Carolla. I get it.
Trying to be or exceeding. Now, whenever you have sucked a nipple of a female, has there ever been a hair there?
If there was, they must have been tiny because I didn't notice them. But I mean, women have like tiny hairs all over their bodies, man. Like so, but I didn't notice them. They must have been tiny. Have you sucked a nipple and there was a giant hair on it?
There was a time.
Are you sure it was a girl?
She was, and she still is, and she has a baby.
Okay.
I will not name her name.
Right on.
Emily. But we were about to do the business, and I was just gearing up for it. Went down on that nipple.
Gotta love female like volleyball players for sure.
My pinky.
Wait, no, that's not. Yeah, that's volleyball.
Yeah, we're watching volleyball on 3 different screens here.
They have those tiny little shorts, man. You just you can't not like that. I'm sorry.
Well, also
if you're straight, I mean.
No, the game of volleyball, like literally, I'm not some fucking creep. I just really like the game of volleyball.
And they all just slapped each other on the ass.
Oh, they're ass women. They're always slapping asses.
That's way better than football.
Yeah. And then girls can say, "Oh, I love NFL." All those big men in tights, like.
You know what? I'll watch football if they had like 6-inch spikes on their helmets and their shoulder pads. Like I would watch it then, and maybe I'm making jokes about like this old tabletop game called Blood Bowl. Basically, like it was like a football game but with miniatures, and some of them were monsters. You could play humans or monsters, and they all had.
This was a video game?
No, it was a tabletop game, like a board game. And they all had spikes, 6-inch spikes on their shoulder pads and their helmets. And the football had like a 6-minute timer in it with an explosive inside of it.
Oh shit!
So like you were limited.
Toss it back and forth.
Yeah, and try to make touchdowns before it blows up and kills you and everybody near you.
Damn, dude, they should make that a real sport. Dude, that's what the future's gonna be. Let's be honest.
Probably.
All right. Anyway, back to this bitch with the long nipple hair. So it was like 1:45, and you know that like they stopped.
Where did the frog go? Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
he's on up.
He's chilling. At 2:00 in Louisiana, they stopped serving beer of any kind.
Or alcohol, you mean?
Yeah, anything. And so I was very cognizant of that because I'm a highly functioning alcoholic. And
highly functioning?
I mean, I'm better than some people sober. So let's just make that
agree.
clear.
I would have to agree with that, sir. Having worked with you twice.
So I was just getting down with this girl, and then the bra comes off, and I go for a nip. Because, you
go for a nip.
You want to, like, lick a little nip, You get frisky.
He goes for a nip.
And, Maddie, if you're listening, this was fucking 15 years ago, so don't worry about it. But when I licked the nip,
fucking Jesse,
there was a long hair. And, like I said, look at my pinky. That's about as long as it was.
Damn.
How do you not notice as a female?
Yeah, you would, because they're so meticulous, you would think they would, they'd look at their boobs in the mirror and
pluck it.
Yeah, I would think they would.
And she had nice boobs. Like, she had great
kind of sounds like.
I'll stop.
She kind of sounds like a dingbat.
She
was a fucking dingbat.
She kind of was.
She was just like fucking complete airhead. Like she was unaware of anything except that she was pretty.
What does that say about me?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I ain't judging nobody.
She fell from me. She was a dingbat. No, it's more like.
Well, I mean, you agreed with me.
No, I totally do. And also, like I said, it was 15 years ago. Like.
And you were dating her?
Nah, it wasn't even dating.
I thought you said it was just a hookup. It was
it was a couple of hookups. Well, and then finally that night came.
It doesn't say anything about you. She was just trying. She was pretty, and she's trying to get laid, and you were just like, "Well, I want to get laid too. I'm not bad looking, so yay."
And then I saw that, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" There's only 15 minutes left before the Cracker Barrel closes. Now it's Big D's. If you're a real G, you remember it was a fucking Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I remember it being a Cracker Barrel.
But I was like...
I used to work for Cracker Barrel, actually, but I never worked at that one. Thank God.
Oh, you were a cook?
No, Cracker Barrel convenience stores.
Oh, okay,
It's a separate company. They got the same name.
The Cracker Barrel, like the Waffle House, wannabe.
There was Cracker Barrel convenience stores back then, and there was a Cracker Barrel restaurant. Two separate companies, but they had the same name. I don't know how the convenience stores managed to do that.
Any like
no, completely unrelated companies.
What the cracker is that?
Well, I mean, I worked.
That's some white shit.
Yeah, it's definitely some white shit.
Have you?
But ironically, the people in charge of the company
all
were
black.
like Saudi Arabians and
okay.
Lebanese. So like, I don't fucking know even how to like make sense of that. But
have you ever been called a racist or said something and then afterwards you were like, that sounds racist?
I only once. But I've dated like 7 black women, man. I grew up in 4 different housing.
Oh, so you just like to fuck black women because you hate them?
What?
Yeah, it's like your way of getting back at black women.
No, I just
and the black race. So you just you want to fuck them, right?
No,
dude, I've heard that from people before.
No,
my girlfriend is half.
I hooked up with 7 black women because I love black women, and they're not ashamed of their sexuality or their bodies like white women are. They're not shy, okay? So like if they want you,
blonde Jennifer.
Yeah, if they want you, if they're interested in you, they're gonna let you fucking know, man. If they want to fuck, they're gonna let you know, and you're gonna fuck. Like there ain't gonna be like any kind of like beating around the fucking bush or like pussy ass like fucking like coward behavior.
Oh, what restaurant are we going to?
That's what most women, white women act like.
You're not getting laid tonight.
That's what most white women act like. I'm not saying all of them do, but I would say 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. That's what they do. They'll sit there all night and like, I hope he comes over and talks to me, and they might give you a smile or shoot their eyes at you twice. No. If a black woman or a Spanish woman or Asian woman wants you, they're like staring daggers in your eyes, bro. Like you notice, they realize that men like have tunnel vision. We focus on one thing at a time. We're not as aware of our environment as women are. They fucking let you know, bro. Like straight up, they let you know. Like.
Well, my fiance is half Jamaican, half Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
So she has the combination of what you were just talking about.
Don't piss her off. She will fucking murder
Oh,
you.
she
will murder you.
She's a firecracker.
She will cut your dick and balls off, bro.
Here's the thing. It works in good ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into it. Can you name any colleges that you applied for? Like, I went to USL.
Yeah, when it was USL. Yeah, I went there for fine arts.
You're technically a raging Cajun.
No, I'm not Cajun. I have French from France, though.
So let's say
plantation owners that came to New Orleans. I don't have Cajun French, but I still have respect for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
Right. Yeah, no disrespect.
I'm just saying what I have.
Let's say I'm like a fucking German dude.
I'm German also.
All right.
My last name's German.
Let's
in case
change
you
it.
hadn't noticed.
Well, no, you only go by Johnny.
Oh, I never told you my last name. I wasn't going to say it on the podcast.
You can if you'd like.
I'm not trying to put out my last name.
Are you on Facebook? Can I tag you on this?
No.
Wow, dude.
I don't mean no offense.
That is one of the first who never wants to be known on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I don't. Look. I would like to. I would like to say I'm sorry, but I don't usually add people that I work with to my Facebook, dude. I've found in the past that that's a mistake sometimes. Not that I'm saying
sometimes. Dude, that fucking country accent came out right on cue.
Well, yeah, I've lived in Louisiana all my life, man.
Every once in a while, I'll say, "Oh yeah, Shay."
And you don't have the accent that I do, yeah.
Yeah, no. And I think it's like,
it's because you lived in New York for like.
I was only there for 5 years, but
that's enough.
Everybody.
It's enough.
I encountered
5 years anywhere is enough to change your accent, man, for sure.
Yeah. The only thing that I said that got people's attention was y'all. Instead of use.
But I mean, that's a more appropriate, like
all
like
of you
phrase to use.
Like, did you see Sopranos?
What are you gonna say? You all?
Yeah, hey, you all. Hey, you all. Suck my balls.
But okay, I want to answer the question. We got off on the tangent.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, like, the only time I've said something that someone took as racist, okay, I wasn't intending to sound racist. I've never been a racist, okay?
You called me the N-word last night.
No, I didn't.
And I'm white.
No, I didn't. I didn't call you the N-word.
That's, how I interpreted it.
What?
Just move on.
Fucking, what are you talking about, bro?
Where's my frog?
On the sheet behind you.
Pick him up and put him on my shoulder, please.
You need your frog?
I need my fucking frog, bro.
Are you all right? Are you all right?
I thought you were asking the frog. Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I know the frog's all right. You've just been chilling.
No, get the frog. Put him on my shoulder.
I didn't call you the N-word last night. Like, whatsoever, dude. I don't know what you're
It was a fucking joke, bro.
Okay. All right.
You called me the F word, and I'm not gay, all right?
I didn't call you the F word either. Okay. All right.
God, gaslighting, you know? Sometimes you know somebody and...
Okay. Are you... Okay, so, back to the question. The only time I said something that someone took as racist, and trust me, I was humiliated by the situation, and afterwards I've never used that freaking phrase again. But like,
what was the phrase?
I was working at Cape Cod Potato Chips, and the guy I worked with the most was this tall, like, big old black dude, man. Super
taller
cool
than
guy.
me?
Yeah, taller than you.
Fuck him.
And built like a motherfucking, like,
Fuck
quarterback,
him.
too.
Fuck.
I can't even remember his name now. Like, that was
Lawrence?
like 7 years ago. No. It was like...
Lamar?
No, it wasn't Lamar.
Fuck.
Now you're racist. Like, why are you using racist
Larry?
for black people? Anyways, okay. One night, he's from Georgia, okay? I'm from Louisiana.
Jerome?
So, no, but I think it was Thomas, actually. Yeah, it was Thomas.
Fuck that name.
That's a white boy name, I know. So, like, I don't even remember.
Y'all just both burped at the same time, dude.
Really? Synchronicity.
He burped and then you burped. That was fucked up.
Synchronicity.
Yo, bro.
Something
relax.
to that stuff.
All right, yeah. So what happened?
Maybe I'm making him nervous. I don't know, man.
Nah, he just...
That's such a cool fucking pet, though, man.
He's a racist, man.
So
he fucking hates white people.
I'm not white, okay? I know I look white as mayonnaise,
He didn't see
but
that.
I have Spanish, I have Native American, I have
Dude.
black in me, like I have French, like I have all Scottish, Irish, German, like I have all kinds of shit in me. Like my family got busy with anybody that was from somewhere else, basically, is what it sounds like.
I'm half El Salvadorian.
Right on.
My dad is from El Salvador, and my mom is from fucking Chicago.
Why
So,
this man is, yeah.
That's
my Spanish is from Spain.
Yeah,
But
I think
that's
like
way European, but it's still
the
Latin.
pigment and all that
Still
shit.
Latin, man.
Yeah, we're half Latino, but also I've been seeing some things from El Salvador that are not great. So it's like I don't want to like brag that I'm half El Salvadorian because like
just brag that you're half Latin. Then
yeah, I'm from South America.
We're both part Latin, man. That's all it is.
And I'm still mad at my dad.
But wait, where we're getting off the question.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, that was continue. Keep that train of thought after I answer the question, okay? Like we'll discuss that more. So, so I don't remember what I was talking to him about. But me and him were super cool. We worked together like 6 days a week. The factory was fucking brutal, dude.
Lamar, right?
No, Thomas.
Oh, sorry.
Fucker. You don't talk to me like this at work, okay? So it's like it's kind of hard to pick up your sense of
show,
humor.
man.
I'm just saying, like I'm having some difficulties. Please, like like fucking.
I'm trying to be funny. I'm sorry.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but
dude,
like,
you worked with a black guy, and then what?
I don't remember what I don't remember what we were talking about, but I said colored people.
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I'm kind of old school. People didn't used to call people black people like back in my time. So like I was like,
or even African American was kind of weird too.
That wasn't even a thing when I was a kid. You didn't call somebody black. That was considered racist. So
as long as
I
you
was
didn't
trying
call
to
the
go with
N-word.
I've never said that word in my life. I hate people that say that fucking word, dude.
Dude, and some chicks get away with it.
Well, then, and when black people, straight up black people, talk to each other, it's totally fine with them. But like, other than that, like, no, man.
Well, here's a conundrum. What if there's like a really awesome song that you love, but they say the N-word in it? You just have to like drop out from.
Well, it depends.
Like, let's say it's karaoke.
It depends. Like, are they black?
No, they're a white. Like, let's say it's me.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about that.
So there's literally a song with Jay-Z and Pharrell, and I forget what it's called, but it's
Pharrell Williams.
It's Pharrell.
Okay.
And yes,
do you know
Williams.
who Pharrell Williams is? It's Pharrell. Okay.
Pharrell.
Okay.
It's like Pharrell.
Pharrell Williams. Like him, man. I love that song. Good Lucky. Get Lucky. Where he did that song with like freaking. Love that fucking song. I own it.
Dude, Pharrell is the shit. But also,
I'm an idiot. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, sir.
He made a song with Jay-Z. And
kind of the way it's spelled, it looks like Pharrell.
It was basically, my nigga, please. Well,
I mean, I don't see any problem with that.
As long as you're not using the hard R. And here, hey.
I never say that word.
Any black listeners.
I don't feel like.
Comment right now.
I don't feel like I have the privilege to say that word, and it's offensive to me, bro.
It is for me too, but also
kind of think that word needs to die, even when it's used in a friendly way.
Even when it's used between two black people, I don't know how that feels. Like,
I'm saying, I think that word needs to die. People need to stop using it.
But how many comedy specials have you seen
Oh, a lot.
where Dave Chappelle uses the word?
I love Dave Chappelle.
It's the fucking punchline of the joke. Like, if he wasn't using word.
But that's different. That's comedy, okay? Comedy is subjective, okay?
All right,
so like, you can't get offended at comedy if it's obviously comedy, okay? You can't get offended at that. But if people are just talking to each other, ordinary people, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with me. That word needs to die. Like, just people talking to each other.
It's not.
I don't like it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this about Massachusetts, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. When I was dating that Jamaican chick, I dated her for 2.5 years.
What was she doing in Massachusetts?
Well, they had a huge influx there of Jamaicans, Russians, and Brazilians. Man, I guess it was the closest place they could just flood in and like get jobs, and they would get work permits. You know what I'm saying? And some of them wound up being able to stay, and some couldn't.
I got you.
Which I can't freaking. I ain't got no problem with that. All of us have been immigrants to this country from the get-go. You know what I'm saying?
I was an immigrant at Lafayette General.
Well,
I'm an alien, motherfuckers.
Fuck, you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry. So yeah. See? That was a test. Dude, you fucking failed the test, dude. Yes.
I'm fucking drunk at this point. Fucking hell, dude.
All right, so
you win?
You're
what
Jamaican.
did you win?
Dude, $1,000. Your Jamaican girlfriend. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I know. I forgot my whole train of thought.
What was her name?
Shoshana.
That's a fucking terrible name. Man.
No, I thought it was beautiful. It's biblical. It's from the Bible. Shoshana.
Was there an apostrophe in that name?
Nope.
So it was just all one thing. All right.
It was SHSHANNA.
Sounds like a lot. I gotta be honest.
She wanted me to call her Sasha.
Okay, see,
but
I like that.
But I didn't.
Oh.
Because she called me John, and I asked her to call me Johnny because I don't like to be called John.
That's what you told me last night.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in trouble if somebody calls me John, like my parents talking to me. John? They never call me John.
Come in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Johnny, what the fuck's up? How
exactly.
you been?
She wouldn't call me Johnny, so I wouldn't call her a nickname. You know what I'm saying?
My fiance is Madeline.
Brody.
But
you call her Maddie?
She goes by Maddie.
You call her Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I expect.
Or Maddie Lips.
Or you could call her Lynn.
Interesting. I've never thought of that.
What's the second half of the name?
Madeline. I'm going to be like, hey, Madeline.
She'll get mad at you.
Yeah, dude. She'll be like, where the fuck did you hear that from? You fucking some other
Johnny,
whore name? Yeah,
Johnny told me to say that.
Fucking John.
Throw me under the bus.
God damn it. What's been the happiest moment of your entire life?
You're not even reading the questions anymore.
Yeah, no,
Happiest moment of my entire life? When I was working for that decal shop before the COVID lockdown, I have to say.
No, speak louder and really give your reasons why this was...
Because it was the first... I worked at this decal shop that had high-tech equipment. I mean, they had like 3D printers there and shit. They had that gigantic... They had this $350,000 HP R1000 printer that was like the size of a small bedroom.
And what, it was like creating car parts or what?
No, just printing decals and full color wraps and artwork for cars. It was the first job I ever got where I was getting paid to do my artwork and be creative. And it only lasted for 10 months. But I was... the people there, like that were management underneath my boss, they kept trying to sabotage me and treat me like I couldn't do my job. But in 3 months, I learned Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop when I'd never used them before. And And even though while I was learning to use it, I was still able to do custom orders. I was put in charge of the custom design department. So all these car clubs were coming back over and over every 2 months, the 10 months I worked there, to get me to design stuff for them, because I like superhero stuff and comic books. And these car clubs were going around to rallies trying to win cash prizes and trophies, man. And like 2 of these car clubs, they all had superhero themes. Like one was a Batman theme. They had the Bat car. They had like Two-Face. They had like all those characters. And I was designing decals for their rear side glass windows and for their hoods and everything. And they were winning. And then the other club was all Marvel Comics type stuff.
See,
like Spider-Man.
Keep going, but I'm going to have to ask you about that later. But keep going.
Yeah, so like I was designing all that shit for him. And towards the end, like I'd say 7 months into it, I had 35 people coming back every month or every 2 months to like pay the decals I designed, if they were simple, they were $70. If they were more involved, they were $150. If they were full wraps or like something to cover a hood or the roof of your car, those were $600. Right. I got none of that money, bro.
I was about to say, how much of that went to you?
I was getting paid $11 an hour.
Fuck.
Less than where,
Well, yeah. Well, not.
So, but I did it because I loved it, and I was building.
The passion of it.
I was proving myself, and I was building a repeat clientele.
And literally,
and I was literally about to ask for because I looked up the industry minimum, and it was like $26 an hour minimum. Yeah. I was about to tell the owner, I quit if you don't give me what I'm worth, because I'm bringing in money for you every fucking week, every 2 weeks, extra money.
Right.
But at the same time, they didn't really care as much about the custom design shit I was doing. The owner wanted me to do that, but they were already making $100,000 a week, bro.
Right.
Selling just commercial decals. And racing packs of racing stripes and shit.
Like Jet 24.
Mindless fucking bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that all, maybe it did me a favor. Like the COVID lockdown happened and they laid off everybody there except for 2 people, including me. And then 2 weeks later, they called us up and fired us.
Jesus.
Which I think is technically illegal.
Right. You should have had a suit.
Because I found out later that companies that furloughed their employees because of the lockdown, every 3 or 4 months they could draw a $70,000 check from the government to keep them afloat.
$70,000?
Every 3 months.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. So when you furlough someone, that's not getting laid off. That's furlough because of a situation. You're supposed to be offered your job back, but they didn't.
Right.
They fired us.
Yeah.
But it's funny, karma's a bitch, because later, 2 years later, Dodge called him up and said, cease and desist using any of our designs or our logos or our freaking company name in any product that you're selling.
Damn,
so
son.
He lost 70% of his business.
Fucking right. Yeah, man.
Because I was designing all kinds of shit with Dodge in it. Because mostly I designed all those car clubs, both the car clubs and the third one I was doing shit for. They were all Dodges. They were Chargers and Challengers, bro.
All right, so I'm going to stick with Dodge, but I have a Nissan. But maybe the next, if I ever get a truck.
Oh, you got a nice car, man. That looks like you said it's fast.
Yeah, it's fast as fuck.
And it's small, but it looks like it's got a bunch of space in it with the hatchback and shit.
And we got no kids.
And it looks sporty, and the mags are nice on it too, man. The rims are nice.
The 2 most important things are the bumper stickers. Packers and Pacers.
Right. Okay.
All right, so we got off on a tangent, but I wanted to ask you,
should have got another pack of cigarettes earlier.
All right, so why do you smoke cigarettes instead of vapes?
I like I would say I like the burn of the smoke and the taste, that taste of freaking tobacco.
How old were you when you started?
13, but I
Excuse
didn't
you,
stay,
sir.
I didn't stay smoking though. I stopped several times after that.
Did you ever vomit after smoking a cigarette?
No, I vomited after using a vape though.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because okay, so this is a thing I don't like about vapes.
Wait,
You never know
Where's the fucking frog?
I don't know. He was on your back.
Dude, you lost my fucking frog?
You lost your frog.
Bro, you lost my fucking frog?
You lost your frog. You asked me to put him on your back and he disappeared.
Dude, where?
Looking around.
All right,
Don't maybe be a little more gentle. Like
yo, just make
throwing
up
blankets
just
around.
fucking make up a song while I look for my frog, dude. Like fucking sing or something. Sing.
Are you stressed out?
Dude, fucking sing, man.
I'm not singing, dude.
Dude, just like make a beat or something, like.
Can't sing.
And we're back.
Jesse's looking for his frog.
This is the Jesse LaSala show, episode 68, I think. We're here with Johnny.
Where's your frog?
Dude, he's
incognito.
He's doing his thing, but it's
just
fun.
I don't want to move and hurt him or step on him or something.
Nah, he'll eat you before you kill him.
Okay, he can.
Have you ever gotten into a car accident and was it your fault?
No, never.
Never. Dude,
I am super careful, bro. I am super careful and respectful of people in traffic, and I also realize the amount of fuckery that happens in traffic because it happened to my dad and my sister. You know, that's how my dad originally wound up being disabled. So, like, just case in point.
dude, you gotta be so fucking, like, make me sad right now? God damn it.
I ain't fucking perfect. What are you trying to say?
No, I'm saying, like, I feel bad for, like, anybody that's gotten a car accident.
Yeah, my dad got jacked up, man. He had to get a bone plug in his neck, and 2 of the freaking discs in his back were fucked. And before that, he was really strong, like I was telling you earlier. And he was an electrician and making good money every fucking week, like $600, $700 a week. Yeah, it's whatever though. It's all a journey, right?
It could.
But
happen.
because of that, I think maybe I've always been careful driving. So like, if I need to make a right turn, I literally will get in the right lane all the way like across town, like 5 miles away.
Yeah.
So I don't have to switch between lanes and traffic because people do
There are some people
shit.
that will just merge into your lane with no blinker, no nothing. They're just like,
I'm not one of those people.
Again, that goes back to I'm the main character of this movie.
Yeah. Self-worship.
Dude, it's like
self-worship.
I mean, even living in New York.
There was shit tons of them there.
As crazy as it got.
Damn, she is gorgeous.
Oh, you said Stanford, number 13.
Fucking hell. This is college chicks, right? I ain't fucking
dude,
saying
they're
some
all
high school bull.
Nah, dude, this is all.
She don't look like a high school girl.
18 and above.
Man,
You're good.
I love Spanish and black women.
Dude, what about fucking Bill? I know you don't know sports that much, but the head coach for the New England Patriots.
I don't know nothing about him.
I'll give you $10 right now if you know what his name is.
I could use $10. I'm really kind of depressed that I don't know his name though.
The head coach.
Give me $10 anyways.
No.
I tried.
The head coach who led the Patriots to, I think, like 3 or 4 Super Bowls.
I'm not a sports guy. That's kind of,
right.
man, you're asking. you're asking me like an extraneous question for towards a non-sports guy. That's why you told me you would give me $10.
Here's
you knew
the thing.
I couldn't answer you.
Here's the thing. If you asked me to name which superhero was in Marvel as opposed to DC,
I think that would be
I
easy.
I wouldn't.
Some of it you would know. Like, I think it's easier to know those things because we're so bombarded with them.
But I don't know which is which. Like, oh, is Spider-Man DC? Is Wolverine
Okay,
Marvel?
so is Spider-Man DC?
I'm gonna say he's Marvel.
See? Motherfucker.
Really? I got it?
See?
Dude.
You know more about superheroes
Yes,
than I know about
dude.
sports, so that was an unfair question.
No,
you
it
asked
just
me.
it just felt right. It just felt right.
Oh,
All right,
whatever.
ask me another one. Ask me another one.
Is Iron Man DC?
Marvel.
See? Motherfucker.
Boom, bitch.
So you're full of shit. You asked me a difficult question. Those questions are not as difficult.
All right. Let's see. Who is the free safety for the Baltimore Ravens?
Did you just speak Japanese? How in the fuck
5,
would I know that? I told you I'm
4,
not a sports guy.
3, 2, 1. I don't even know that shit.
I know one of the players in the fucking
On the Ravens?
no, in the Patriots. That's Peyton. He was the one that was so pissed off when
Wait, no.
he was the one that was so pissed off when New Orleans Saints fucking whipped his ass during the Super Bowl like years ago.
All right, first of all, he played for the Colts.
No, he was there. He was there. He was like the head quarterback.
All right.
No, it was Manning. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And he played for the Colts, and he threw a very timely interception
Peyton Manning.
to some dude named Porter Jr., the third, something like that.
I admire you for all your sports knowledge, to be honest.
No.
I really do. I know nothing about it. Like, you know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
it's like one of like the corniest
My-
things to care about.
No, but I've always admired people that know that much about sports. My dad wasn't into it. He didn't teach me nothing, and I was a tiny little shrimp in freaking middle school and high school, so I never got picked for anything. Even though, like, I really did try a few times.
Well,
but
yeah, you
I
want to
just
be
kinda-
good at something.
I just kind of gave up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kind of gave up, and I turned towards my artwork. You know,
And that's the other thing is like, you can't give everything to any one thing. I don't think. Like if you do, and you fail at it, it kind of sucks. But if you're good, or at least mediocre at a bunch of different things,
you're better off.
yeah.
You got a wider skill list for sure. It's more
Dude,
valuable.
I can cook. I can play
Yeah.
music. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
play sports. I can fucking podcast. I can, like...
I wanted to be a comic book artist, man. That's why I went to UL. But
You remember Calvin and Hobbes?
I was better than anybody in drawing one and painting one. They were all like amateurs, dude. I've been drawing and painting since I was 6.
Did you ever have Hector LaSala as your teacher?
I don't think so. I had Miss Savoy.
Okay.
And she was awesome. She was the best teacher I had, to be honest.
What about Elmore Morgan?
No, but I know who you're talking about. I saw him around, like, other people had his classes and told me how fucking weird he was.
He was weird and fucking the best way to... Well,
I mean...
God rest his soul, but...
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, like...
I know, I never got to know him, but the only thing I was going off of is, like, people told me, like, for his drawing 2 class, one day he showed up with all these paintings and sketches of himself naked. Because he stood in front of a stand-up mirror and just sketched himself, like, 50 sketches and painted all these nude fucking paintings of his dick and fucking balls and everything. And, like, everybody was just like, that is not what we wanted to see. You
Yeah,
know
they're
what
all
I'm
like
saying?
18.
What
the fuck
20
is this?
or
Yeah,
fucking more.
yeah.
Yeah. Probably bothered the chicks the most. Like the teacher showing up, hey,
It's like,
you want to see my dick and balls?
look at
Like,
my 4-inch penis. Have
That's why I
fun.
never took any of his classes. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to see that kind of
Nah,
shit.
he's an amazing, like, artist, but
Just a bit eccentric, I guess.
very eccentric. Like, just, like, like, he knew what he could get away with, and...
Well, once you got tenure, man, you literally, but you would
Yeah,
literally
that's-
you would literally have to walk in class and pull your dick out and jack off in front of your students to get fired once you got tenure, bro. Like you literally,
And even then, you could argue
possibly.
it was art. This was art. I was trying to show them the way that semen splatters onto the canvas, and then you could,
Yeah, I don't know if that would fly in court,
look.
Jesse. I don't know.
It's 2024. You don't know. So I actually took my dad's class because he was an architecture professor for 47 years. And I took his class as a freshman, or no, maybe sophomore. Because I was like, hey, my dad's an architect, probably runs in the family.
You gonna try it out?
I'll try it out.
It didn't work out.
Because my first fucking semester...
Didn't work out, did it?
Not close.
Measurements and math, right?
Well, my first major was jazz piano.
Right.
And what the fuck are you gonna do with that degree?
My dad, it was kind of the same thing. My dad wanted me to be a mechanic or an electrician, man.
Yeah.
That was the things he knew some engineering, but he knew trigonometry, he knew algebra, all
Right.
this shit. I like sucked at all those things, man.
Yeah, so like I think I asked you earlier.
So I went to UL for fine arts. And he
Again,
told me, Johnny, you're gonna be digging ditches the rest of your life.
if I were to go
He was
back
kinda right.
to young me,
He
I
was
would
kinda
have been like, yo, go get a job as a fucking AC repairman.
Yeah, no shit. A Havoc guy, yeah.
Like
They make mad fucking
those
cash.
motherfuckers.
Or plumber.
All
the trade.
Learn a trade.
I mean, I have a trade, but I'm just a little too old to do it now, like in the heat. Like, I painted houses for 8 years, man. I know how to work on sheetrock and refinish and stain wood, and, like, I'm good, too, man. I'm fucking good, but the last job I had up there in Cape Cod was, like, painting houses for $20 an hour. At the end, before that shit hit the fan with my ex-girlfriend.
Right.
But like, it was brutal, man. Being on a 36-foot ladder,
Yeah, man.
like
fuck
3
that.
stories tall, in the heat of the. And look, I thought moving up there it'd be nice and cool. It wouldn't be as bad as Louisiana, but no, because that Cape Cod is an island off the coast with a little land bridge built onto it.
It just
Surrounded
keeps
by the
heat
ocean.
packed right in
Yeah,
there.
dude, it was like just like being in Louisiana. I was like, I thought I was getting away from this shit. No, I
Fucking
brought it with
swamp
me.
Ass.
Yes. Swamp.
When was the last time? I mean,
Swamp ass.
it's well documented that I've put my entire nostril into Johnny's armpit, and it smelled like nothing, which I found remarkable.
Well, I took a shower for 2 hours first showed up.
I really appreciate that, but also
What the fuck?
you can get out of the shower and still bring a little sweat up, Now, I haven't smelled your balls yet.
You better not.
That's gonna be
That's
after.
gonna be a deal breaker. Don't smell my
When was
balls.
the last time you smelled yourself and was like, "Damn, I stink"?
Last Wednesday when I had to work 5 to 3 in the fucking morning, but that's why I bring like Polar Red with me.
All right, so yeah, your deodorant of choice.
It's cologne, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like to use cologne, I do suggest this to you and everybody. Don't just spray it like on your chest or something or on your clothes.
Hold on. Let me guess.
No.
On your palm?
No.
Rub it together
No.
and then behind your ears.
Well, I mean, that's a good one too. But no, the best advice is to spray it on your hair. Because it's mostly oil. It soaks into your hair and the smell lasts longer.
And it permeates throughout your body?
No, it just lasts longer because
What if you wear hats all day? Like me. You never see me without a hat on.
No, not until tonight.
How's my hair looking?
Looks a little thin, but it's okay. Hey, you've been burning me all fucking night. I had to do one.
Dude, I'm going bald, man. Like, give
Not
me a
yet.
fucking
No,
break.
you're pretty far from going bald, bro. You ought to get some of that minoxidil, man, and put it here.
You're pointing to a specific spot? How
Yeah, but that's in the back.
dare you?
That's in the back. You ain't losing your hair in the front. I'm just saying. I'm serious. Like, it works.
I'm gonna kill myself tonight, Johnny.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, because of you.
Because of me.
This is fucking ridiculous. I get humiliated on my own podcast.
Hey, man, you've been burning me several times.
You've been not burned.
Okay.
You want me to put some fucking duct tape on your face? Where's my frog? Also,
I know. You were asking that earlier.
this is madness.
I hope he's not under the blankets or the pillow, like suffocating.
All right,
You
so
want me to look for your frog?
no. Answer this last question.
Where is your? That is a good question. Where is your frog?
Last question.
Last question.
I know we brought it up earlier.
It's the last question. Okay.
Gun to your head. Hold on, let me get my gun out. It's not real. What happens when we die?
You go to your just reward.
Do you feel like that's a cop out? Like,
No, it's not a cop out. You put a gun to my head and ask me, what do you think happens when we die? You go to your just reward.
do you think it's eternal blackness, or do you think
No,
there's
that's
reincarnation?
No, I don't believe in like nothingness or reincarnation. I believe there is heaven, and I believe there is punishment.
So, based on your life thus far, do you think you're going to be punished?
I mean, I don't know. I have to meet the man to discuss that, but I don't think so. I would like to think that I'm going to a good place because I've been kind to people and I've really tried to be helpful to people.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. Like, if we die at the same time and I'm like right behind you in line, like, I'll be like, nah, this dude's chill. Let him in. And then, like, it'll come to me.
You seem more worried than I am.
Well, I used to obsess about death, and now I'm like, I guess maybe it was like the injuries to my body, and I was like, dude,
You need some of this.
like, this fucking sucks. Like, my knees are all fucked out. I can't play basketball. Like,
but
just fucking kill me.
You're coming back now, though. And it was a lesson, is what it was. Like, man, I've had suffering in my life too, bro. But you know what it did? It humbled me. Like, you learn something from it. And other people don't, man. Other people, they'll take the opposite approach. They'll get angry and hateful about it. And like,
Well, that's how I was at first.
Well, right, but
I was real frustrated.
But some other people, that's all they are after that.
Right.
Like, fuck God, like, fuck this life, like, fuck everybody. Like, they just become evil when they've hit some hardship or suffering, man.
Right.
But you didn't.
Look, man, I tried to work as much as I could. I needed the money. And there was a time where I was, like, trying to, like, force myself to think that I could do it. And I fucking fell.
Yeah.
And two of the coworkers had to, like, pick me up.
Man, that must have been.
Dude, it was embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
But
I mean, I don't know, but I can imagine, bro.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, it was fucking humiliating. And
sometimes I think more people should get humiliated sometimes, bro. You know, it seems like some people don't get humiliated enough, like to make them check themselves and rethink their fucking life and their view on life, bro.
I think it's mostly hot chicks.
No, I think it's also rich people and
movie
stars, politicians.
You just saw that Justin Timberlake, he had a DUI.
Oh, whatever. He ain't going to jail.
Exactly. Like white privilege.
Yeah.
And then, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are breaking up. Oh my God.
What's more disturbing
I have to take a day off today.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. That's why I stopped reading the news and those People magazines and shit years ago. But, I mean, it's more disturbing what Ben Affleck was wrapped up in with Harvey Weinstein and what was his name?
I want to see that list.
That actor, I'm talking about the movie producer, not the guy who supposedly hung himself in jail. Harvey Weinstein, that was like about 8 years ago.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Epstein. You're thinking of Epstein. No, I'm talking about Harvey Weinstein, like the movie producer, like him and what was that guy's name?
What's his fucking name?
The one that played
Robert Downey Jr.
American Beauty. He was the star of that. Kevin Spacey.
Oh, Kevin Spacey, dude.
Dude. Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey were raping fucking chicks and dudes,
dudes.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine what that would be like.
They're going to hell. They're going to fucking hell, bro.
Dude, you know what I think is so ironic?
Neither one of them are in prison. Neither one of them are in prison.
They're going to be reincarnated into, like, the crickets that I buy
you believe,
for my frogs.
You believe in reincarnation?
I'm leaning towards that.
I don't know. I think it's too...
Number one is black forever. Like, just, you don't even know you're dead. You mean fucking dead.
Oblivion.
Yeah. It's just...
That's what atheists think happened.
It's kind of like infinity. Like, the first time my mom ever...
Not really. It's not infinity if you don't fucking... if you're not, like, perceiving anything anymore.
Right.
You just... you cease to exist.
Isn't that the most frightening thing in the fucking world?
It is. To me, that's the most frightening thing. But that's what atheists, like, ascribe to. That's what they think is going to happen. And I'm like, okay, so that mentality coming from an individual... Say
that word again.
That mentality coming from an individual.
There we go.
To me, is terrifying. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Wait. Okay. If you think there is no point to any of this, it's all some kind of random chaos that just happened by accident, and you think you truly believe that, like, when you die, you just wink out of existence. There's nothing. What do you think that person is going to do with their life? What do you think they're going to do? The average person, and that sounds like a really selfish approach to life.
No,
like we were talking. No, we're
all average.
We were talking about self-worship earlier. Okay,
right.
So those people would become self-worshipers like instantly if they truly believe that. When they die, they cease to exist. What do you think they're going to do on this earth?
That's a really fucking good point, man. Dude, I'll give you 2 for that.
They're going to do nothing but fucking evil. Like, they're going to do nothing but selfish physical things. So you think
some of these celebrities
are
aliens or...
No. What?
Not aliens, but, like, they've come back.
What? That's not what I even, like, said. What are you talking about? Aliens and coming back? I don't believe in aliens.
Isn't reincarnation supposed to be about coming back and getting it right. That's what I would say. In the South.
That's what Buddhism says, yeah. But look, I'm not a church nut, but I've read some of the Bible, and I do believe some of it. Not all of it, okay? I think we get one shot. That's just my humble opinion. And I ain't judging anybody. I have other friends that are Buddhist too, man. Or have that Buddhist perspective with reincarnation.
And here's my thing. I can hear that from you and not get mad about it.
Exactly. That's why I like you, bro.
I'm just like,
that's why I liked working with you these 2 times.
Hey, we don't work together. Well, no. We don't work together. Dude, this is not a podcast. It is a podcast. The next question I had for you, actually, it's a really hard-hitting one. It's from Marsha in fucking... Wait, what is this? Milwaukee. All right. Have you ever been arrested before?
Nope.
Never gotten cuffs on?
I've never been arrested. I have no criminal record whatsoever. I've never even gotten a speeding ticket.
What about a fist fight?
I tried to fist fight when I was 15, but I got jumped. Me and my brother, my older gay brother, and my friend Chris Orneman.
You don't have to name all these names.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was 34 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. I think the statute of limitations is okay on that.
We got jumped by 2 football players from fucking Lafayette High School. They're seniors, and they were 2 of the head football players. And they fucked. It was all because of my brother. They were in the store and they were harassing the girl behind the counter, and my brother's he's gay and he's from New Orleans. He tried to take up for her. He's like, why don't you just pick a cigarette lighter, and leave this girl alone? Well, what do you think happened next?
Not good. Was it rape or was it...
No, they split his head open, and then they beat the living shit out of me. They hit me in my side. I was 15 years old. They hit me in my side with one of those steel poles from a pushing broom. And my right side 4 times. And then I fell down and I was wearing glasses.
You just said Toms.
Times. Well, I'm a little drunk.
Yo, man. No.
We've had
we've been drinking, but I just want everyone to know, that's really the Cajun dialect. Whenever you see people trying to...
No, man, I think I was just slurring.
No, when you see Southern depictions...
Don't listen to him. That wasn't Cajun dialect. Or
Dude, that was Tom's.
Oh, maybe.
Dude.
Okay.
Dude. Trust me, I know...
Are you trying to figure out if I'm actually from here or not?
Yeah, dude, you're some fucking incel, and I'm trying to gain information on you. And I'm recording on my phone and my TV and all of my laptops. So don't fucking say anything smart.
Oh, really?
This has been the Jesse LaSala Show, episode 68. My guest tonight was Johnny, and I hope you find him right.
What?
Until next time, don't kill yourself.